give you justice in the name of our king.
We are live and in person. Hello, hello.
What's happening, everybody?
Mandatory mic check.
Can you hear me over here?
Can you hear us now? All right, here we go. Here we go. I think we're good. I think we're delayed here on the chat. Hello, hello. There they are. There they are. Okay, I think they're hearing us now.
What is happening?
Hello, hello. We have Rhaegar Ruby, Alice and Rose, Alessandra. Let's change your name. Carol Brown's in the house. Sound is low? Hold on, hold on. We can kind of
yeah, see how that is.
Yeah. There we go. Nin Polites, Wasser 30. I don't recognize the name. Welcome, Wasser. There's LC Manny, Lady Celtic, Dan Bruton, Mackenzie, Burns, I think it was. It went by Proto Peach, Meg Paul, Mander Stewart. What's up, Mander? Dragonborn Hunchy.
What's going on, guys?
Welcome, Dragonborn. I don't recognize that name. Terry T, Proto Peach, Taryn. Thank you, Taryn, for the gift. I'm going to shout you out in a second. Marty, Karen W, Christian Oles, Paula Marie, hello, Fracture, there she is.
Everybody's in the house.
Yeah, everybody's
tonight.
here. What's up? Vanilla Swirl, hello. Nick Stark, what's up? Yeah, Warriors. Warriors are 2-0. That was easy, wasn't it?
Yes.
I saw your comment a minute ago, and I was checking my phone. Let's see here.
That first game was a trip.
Yeah. Brittany Stavish, hello. Doc Holiday, he's got it on, Doc. He's got it on. I'm gonna get to Slope in a minute. Oh, look. Jake from State Farm, is he here? Oh shit! Look at that. He should watch that chair. Remember, we might have.
No shit.
We might get some views though if you fall. I might kick you over here in a minute. House Velasquez, hello. Welcome. Says first time watching.
Yeah, man, awesome. Welcome.
Outstanding. Let's see. Linda Guerrero, Brittany Stapish, Mizuma. What's up, Mizuma? Mandolin 460. Meg Paul. Let's see. I'm trying to get everybody. I can't get everybody. Travis Eisenhart. There's Jake from State Farm. There he is. That's for you, Jake. I got a shirt for you, Jake from State Farm. I need your address.
That's awesome.
He says fail. He said, yeah. So that
Jake.
I'll get to that in a second though. I got you a shirt though, Jake. I need your address. What's up, Dragon? Donna Lang, Joy, Monkey Mail Dog, Donald Combs, K Dubs. What's up, man? Yoli Stark, and what's up, Nightbot? I know I can't get everybody. Everybody's gonna be like, just get to it, because I'm just saying hello. All right. Damn it, I was moving shit. So yeah, first before we get started, I want to thank a few people, and I didn't bring the quilt. It's on the wall.
Oh shit.
I'll get it at the break or something.
I don't mind sneaking out and getting it.
I can get it at the break or whatever. I'll show it at the break. But thank you, Taryn, Mother of Dragon, for this awesome quilt. I did put some pictures on Twitter and Facebook, and some of you may have seen that. But I'm asking her if she wants to sell these things. I'm gonna show you at the break. I forgot to grab it. But thank you so much for that awesome quilt. Also, at the break, I got, you know what? Let me just wait to the break. I'm going to thank a couple people, and then I'm going to show you what I'm talking about at the break, because I forgot the other shit, too.
You would flip out, man.
Yeah.
So, I walked in and saw it hanging on the wall. I was like, wow.
But anyway, just in case somebody leaves, I want to thank Mother of Dragon for the quilt. Blaze Manga, thank you so much. Pedro and Simon, I believe, is that Simon? Mm-hmm. Simon was for the awesome artwork. I'm going to show that at the break, too. I forgot to bring it in here. Carol Brown for the assorted goods and the Cuban, what do you,
Stogies? Cigars?
Yeah, stogies. That's the word I was looking for. Stogies. Thank you, CB. Smoking Hannes for the side effect T-shirt. Thank you so much. And to Tony Teflon, James, you.
Yeah.
And LML, and for all the love in Dallas that I got on panels, apparently. Yep. So thank you for that. But I'm going to show that, Carol Brown. I'm going to show the artwork. I have it laying out under a thing, so it's getting flat. It was rolled up when James had to ship it. And Slope, thank you, Slope, for these.
Sex Boy shirt.
And that's all for Jake for State Farm. So Slope sent these awesome T-shirts. So appreciate that.
One typo, and you get T-shirts.
One typo, and
that's
T-shirts. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, so
can't wait for the Sex Boys. And for the new person that said they first time watching,
yes,
it was a typo. He meant to say sex bots.
Yes, yeah, there was some weird discussion going on, but it was just a autocorrect is what happened. It was an autocorrect error.
It was an autocorrect,
and it became a hashtag thing here, just like everything. So anyway, funny. That's why they're Sex Boys T-shirts. I mean. Oh Lord! So anyway, thank you, Slow. That was funny. Yes, Proto Quilt. That's a great idea. That's awesome. Proto Quilt for Taryn, who created this awesome handmade quilt.
It is amazing.
We need to get her selling. I told her she needs to sell them, so she's going to let me know if she wants to do that, and I will tell you guys where to go, because these are badass. Anyway, a lot of questions tonight already on Patreon. I want to say really quickly too. I think next week we'll start on Patreon privately before the. You need a pillow to.
Yeah, you can not quite see the shirt.
I got you. There we go.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, so I think next week we're going to start streaming privately to Patreon before the main stream, so we can get all those questions separately and all that good stuff. So we can just take questions during the live stream from the main chat. So just a heads up for that. But if you want guaranteed questions, Patreon is the way to go. So just a heads up on that. But we have a lot of questions here on Patreon already. Let me grab those. And I saw some. Why can't I load more comments? I think that was it.
Let me make a quick announcement real fast.
No.
Hey guys, I just want to say I had a blast at con. You know, it was really like a 3-day birthday for me. You know, every day I was there, people were wishing me happy birthday, and I was getting gifts and things and drinks and shots, Carol Brown, and different things like that. And I just want to say, I got in about midnight. You know, that night after I flew home, and I've worked every night since then. So look for a Con of Thrones video on my channel. I will thank everybody on there and tell you about my adventure.
Yeah, I was gonna say it probably will come up tonight. But
a lot of it, yeah.
And also Tuesday on the Side Effect, we're doing a live stream on the Side Effect channel, the Side Effect podcast. James, Val, Tarzan, I'll join because I'm on the team,
right?
but Tony Teflon from the Don Tony Teflon is joining that night, so that'd be Tuesday at 9. Tuesday at 9 on the Side Effect channel, live stream for a post-con live stream. So they can tell all their stories, and I can just sit here and get jealous, whatever. So anyway, so let's grab some of these questions. I see some super chats too. I'm gonna try to catch up before we get behind and people go to bed. Let me load these back up. All right, so on Patreon, Philip of House Harris. Thank you, Philip.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. How far back in history do you think Bran will go this season? And any chance he takes someone with him in a vision? That's a great question. I think I said the Attorney Harrenhal to see something with Howland Reed there. If that's something they want to, if they go that route with Howland Reed, they may not. They may do it completely different in the show. But I would think that, and maybe the original pact, the Long Night or whatever that was, something in the Long Night to figure out how in the hell they stopped him before, if they need that answer, or whatever he needs to see. So I would say it's the furthest would be the Long Night.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing like the Harrenhal thing, or maybe
how far is that chronologically?
The Long Night is supposedly 8,000 years.
Wow.
But yeah, the timeline is all screwed up, so we don't really know what that actually is. So there, like we were talking about before, there's something to. I did a separate video on was the last hero Valyrian, because the Valyrian Freehold didn't come about till 5,000 years ago, but yet you have Lightbringer and myth with Valyrian steel sword.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't have existed yet, is what I'm saying.
It's a trip, though, for him to be able to access all that stored data.
It is.
All right. Now, I wonder how he knows, because what we saw on the show was such limited training. How he knows that.
A weekend at Yoda's.
Yeah, a weekend at Yoda's.
That's right.
Yeah, dude. And is there a card catalog, go to find out where to go 8,000 years ago to see that shit?
Yeah, I think he'll pull it from. I think Sam or Gilly will pull it out, some stuff for where to go.
Cool too, yeah.
Because she has that book, The Legend of the Long Night, that showed her reading last year.
Absolutely.
And then they cut that scene out of her mentioning like the Azor Ahai stuff. So I think they'll pull that out for sure. So he'll be the director. Randy Suimatsu, thank you, Randy, on Patreon. Concerning Arya. I know we're supposed to say Arya.
All those shirts have got everybody screwed up now, Doc.
Yeah. Oh, the
area warging shirts.
Warging. Yeah. Concerning Arya, I know in the books that she's a warg, as most, if not all, the Starks. But as far as her faceless men skills, is that dark magic? It really seems they are like shape-shifting, not just wearing faces. So if magic is to go away, as many have concluded, does that mean she has to die, or could she just lose the power to assume others' identities? I would assume in that case there is magic involved with the faceless men. We don't really know the details of that, but we talked about it before. There's kind of like levels.
Yeah.
Like the first level is just like a glamour type thing. Then you get into the face where it changes their bone structure and voice and all that shit. And they actually have almost memories when they wear a face in the books from the person who it was. So there's definitely magic involved, but I wouldn't think Arya would die. I think because she's not sustained by it.
Right.
She would just lose the ability to do it. So I don't think Arya is like Bran, where he may be connected to werewood.net all the time, and that may screw him up. He may kill him. Who knows if it goes away. So I wouldn't think it would kill her.
I wouldn't think so either.
So, so definitely some magic involved, though. Carrie, thank you, Carrie. Hi, guys. How are y'all? A week from Monday, I'll be beyond the wall on the Game of Thrones film locations in Iceland, on tour in Iceland. Yeah, I want to go, but I don't want to fly there. Can I take a boat? Can we take a boat?
Damn right.
Let's take a boat. The tour guide was an extra in past seasons. Oh, that's awesome. What questions does the community have for the tour guide? Should we try to get him to do an interview? Thanks for all of your work. I promise pictures and videos. Yes.
Wow.
This
awesome.
is. I've actually been looking at this the last few days about starting some interviews on this channel from got people. There's a couple potentials, but I don't have the clout to reach out to.
Evidently.
Yeah.
So like getting into the Playboy Mansion.
Yeah.
They Google you.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you're not big enough.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, but if for anything like that would be outstanding. If I could get somebody who was on the show as an actor, we were talking possibly a costume designer, which is really cool, and a few other options where I'm looking into trying to figure out. Absolutely. But, yeah, I mean, let's get them on here.
Hell yes.
Absolutely. So, yes, get them on here, pass along the channel, contact information, whatever we need to do. And we'll promote whatever they're doing next or whatever. That'd be fine. So thank you, Kerry, and get me a pink.
It goes both ways.
Exactly, absolutely, and get me a pink GOT sign, please, if you don't mind. Can you just grab one off a pole, or there may be one laying on the ground. If you can grab me a GOT sign where they film, I'll take one of those. I mean, if it's possible.
Awesome.
If it's possible, I'm just saying. Lady Celtic Moon, thank you, Celtic. First question for James: what would be your favorite memory from Con of Thrones in Dallas?
Ooh.
All right, we got a couple here, so.
Okay. Man, I had so many from the baseball game before the con and then ending it with my birthday party.
Dealey Plaza before.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, man. I had some great memories there.
Yeah, no pressure. You can stew on it and answer.
I think I'll have to. I think I'll have to.
You got a lot to process.
A lot.
There.
There's a lot of good memories there.
Also, James, why in the heck were you wearing black on your birthday? Yeah, you were no tie dye.
Now that was so weird because at the birthday party,
yeah, you
I
had
roll
tie-dye.
up and
no,
everybody under the shelter is wearing tie dye.
Right,
and I have on a black Protostark shirt.
Right.
That is weird because I had a tie-dye on at the beginning of the day.
So you changed.
I don't remember why. Maybe because of that Dallas heat. I was sweaty and I changed shirts or something. I don't know. But it was like Bizarro World because everybody else was in tie-dye and I wasn't.
Yeah, that was reversed, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Shame, she says. James, again, sorry, Chris, you're in some of them. I'm just a sidekick. I'm just a reader. That's fine. James, what do you regret not doing at Con of Thrones? Or does that say who?
There's a lot.
I'm kidding.
There's a lot.
I'm kidding.
Honestly, I regret not, stopping to smell the roses. It seemed like it was go.
I know the feeling. Absolutely know the feeling.
And then when it's over, or like right at the end, when you start seeing the people breaking down their booths and stuff, you're like, I didn't really take a good chance to check this place out.
Or sit in any panels yourself and all that kind of stuff. Man. That's exactly what I experienced
That's probably
last year.
it. Just kind of zooming through there and not stopping and appreciate everything.
Yeah, that's the way I felt last year. And then it was over, and you had to pack up and go home. It's like, did that just happen so fast?
It did. And then you're thinking of all the things you should have done, and, it sucks. But we'll get them.
Also, Lady Kelt is asking me, while your keeper was in Dallas, how hard did you party, Evil Grin? No, I didn't party at all, actually. And now the real question, in the books to TV, what do you think they changed the dragon bones from black to white? I would imagine that would have been
That's a good question.
I think that was more of a visual thing.
I think so too, because it was already dark in there.
So dark in some scenes, and the dragon bones, especially down beyond under the Red Keep. I would imagine that's just a visual thing because it is black in the books. They're black bones.
And the ones Arya hid in were black, right?
No, it was white.
That was it white also?
It was white, yeah.
My
It
mind's
was just
thinking
kind of
it
like
was
regular, a
black.
regular
Okay.
skull. I think
It's just
it was,
like the other ones.
Yeah, I don't think they would do that just to be doing it. I think it was probably a visual thing, so you could see better for the scenes in the dark. There's just a few torches down there.
Yeah.
So that would be my first guess. Am I wrong in reminder in the books, Catelyn thinking or talking about the sword ice that over the generation has been different swords? Was I wrong? Yeah, as far as I know, there has not been another ice that we're aware of.
She does talk about it at the beginning, but I don't think she...
Yeah, she's not meaning separate swords.
Right.
And last question about the swords. When did the Valyrian steel swords start coming to Westeros? It's really unknown. Like I said, the Valyrian freehold is 5,000 years ago. Again, that could be wrong. But there's actually a little over 200 Valyrian steel swords in the story, but you only hear about the main 9 or so. You know what I mean? So all we know is, like, for example, some of the main houses like Ice is over 500 years it's been their sword. So other ones are 400, 300, 500, and the families never say how and where they got them.
You know,
I would imagine trade, Valyrian trade.
I bet you're right.
Or when people go over there, they'll pick one up or whatever, or steal it or kill somebody for it, or whatever. Pay the iron price for Valyrian steel.
Because we get so used to talking about all these past rulers and things and talking in hundreds and thousands of years,
yes,
you really don't, think about 500 years. That's a long, long time.
It is. And then we're talking about 12,000 years ago to the first men and all this stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah, man, it is. Because we were just talking the other day about, how young our nation is.
Yeah, oh yeah, very young. We're just a speck.
Yeah,
we
really are, man.
In time. All right, let me grab a couple of these super chats here. Tom Bystander, thank you, Tom, for the super chat. There's an anime called Attack on Titan that reminds me of God. I think you would enjoy. It's 2 seasons with the 3rd debuting, in July. Check it out for something new. Many twists and great care. Let me write that down.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm not a huge anime fan, but if
hanging out with those Blaze Manga guys.
Yeah, Attack on Titan. There we go. I'll check it out. Thank you, Tom Bystand. Appreciate the super chat. Culture Grayson, thank you for the super chat as well. Was it even explained why Robert Baratheon was a ward at the Vale? We got this question last week, I believe. Was this a repeat? Get Ned because he was the second son, not meant to be Lord, but Rob Baratheon was set to inherit Storm's End. Just didn't know how it was explained. No, this was exactly last week. I don't know if this is actually popping up now, Culture, but I did answer this last week, exactly the same question. So I don't know if this is left over or somehow popped in the box here. But anyway, yeah, it's not really explained. I think it was more for, like, warding is used for, like, them learning other kingdoms and cultures.
Right.
And so I think it was more for stuff like that because it doesn't make a lot of sense because Ned was not going to be Lord initially until Brandon died, and Robert was. He was the oldest brother. So I think it was more for, learning others' customs and things like that. Of course, they didn't plan on being king at the time.
Yeah, right.
But I don't think it's ever really explained in detail as far as why he was there. I think it was just kind of a thing where he needed Ned and Robert to be best friends, and that's how.
Yeah. You're talking about George R. R. Martin.
Yeah, George R. R. Martin.
I agree.
So I don't think it's really a big deal as far as who is to take over Storm's End or whatever. He was just going to be there for a while.
Let me ask you this:
to learn that area, the Vale.
Like Theon and Ned, is that common?
Yeah,
is that mentioned another time? Like
it is actually common, but that was more of a prisoner type.
That's
thing.
What I'm talking about. Is that type of ward common?
Exactly. Jamie Lannister was almost the same deal.
Really?
Because he was, Aerys named him Lord, put him on the King's Guard at the tourney of Harrenhal. I'm sorry, not the tourney of Harrenhal. Yeah, the tourney of Harrenhal, because he wanted to spite Tywin.
That's right.
Because when it's an honor, but you also lose your inheritance, lands, titles, and all that shit.
Yeah, man.
So it's almost the same thing. He was a prisoner under an honor.
Right.
So that's one of those type of things. So anyway, thank you, Culture. I don't know if that was this week, but I don't know. It's back. Appreciate it if it's new. Gatan Ruse, thank you for the super chat. I think I'm saying that right, or Gatan. You guys are awesome. First time watching live. Awesome. Thank you so much. Welcome to the family. Absolutely
We
appreciate
do it
it.
every week and have a blast.
John Martin, I thank you, John, for the super chat. I don't see a question, though, John. You typed 10 there, so I don't know if you meant to have a question, John Martin. But thank you. And if you did, please try to get that to a moderator in the main chat.
Thank you for making me picture Bo Derek running with cornrows on the beach.
Is that what
Name of that movie.
Now I got it in my head. Shit. All right. Let me grab a couple up here from the regular chat. I'm going to get back to Patreon. And again, next week we'll start private streams on Patreon. So that will be a little thing I look forward to. We can start doing. And by the way, the executive producer calls, I'm waiting on everybody to respond for best times. That's going to be a monthly call for executive producers, talking about the channel and where we're going and all that good stuff. I want real honest feedback. So
Yeah,
that will be a
man.
Patreon only thing too. So
Doc and I were talking about that. That's gonna be a great thing.
yeah, I'm just waiting on more responses so I can kind of figure out a time so we can do it like third Tuesday of the month or whatever time or whatever it may be. So anyway, Diane Harris, Diane, thank you. I'm glad you grabbed this, Kyle Dubs. Thank you, Diane. I saw your Facebook.
What he said.
The damn Facebook message just before we started, and this is a great question that I've never thought about actually. Why are there no portraits anywhere on Game of Thrones? We got statues,
I never thought about
we got
that.
books and drawings, but no portraits. That is a great question.
Holy hell, I never thought about
The
it.
only thing I can think of, right off the top of my head, and it's probably faulty logic, is that everything's stone and you can't hang shit on walls very easy.
Right, it is a lot harder.
I mean, big banners you could, like they have, there's banners and silks and shit hanging, but no, like, hardwood
That's freaking
portraits.
a good question.
It is. It's an outstanding question. And so maybe it goes back into, and I would have to look more into this as I actually write my thing.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a thing. It just wasn't a thing in the Middle Ages. You know what I mean? Portraits. I would imagine, because there's ancient art, though, but where
There
did it
is.
hang up? You know what I mean?
Right.
Or was it just like in a special gallery? You know what I'm saying?
True.
So I think that may be a cultural thing, perhaps, but I can't
Damn
say
sure
for
could
sure.
be. That's.
But that's a
never
great
thought
question,
about
Diane. That is a great question. I hadn't even thought about that. Like, yeah, there's no portraits or anything. But Job says budget. Yeah, exactly. They can afford fucking the dragons, but no portraits on the wall.
It was cool meeting Miss Hoonjob. She's like, "Hey, I'm Mrs. Hoonjob."
Yeah, she's
Miss
real.
Hoon or whatever.
She's real.
Yeah.
See,
she's
we
real.
didn't know Hoonjob. We didn't know, man. What's up, Hoonjob? By the way, we didn't know if she was real. You could have just been using that account, making it up.
That's funny. She's like, he uses my phone when his dies.
Yeah. What's up, Joaquin? How you doing? What's
going on?
Proto Peach is back. I didn't even see you earlier. Hello, Proto Peach.
What's going on?
Rhaegar Ruby says, Proto Peach is saying, Rhaegar Ruby says there was no paint invented. Oh yeah, there had to be paint.
Yeah, it had to be.
Because there you have ancient artwork. So I mean, I'm trying to figure the Renaissance period. There was painting there's artwork way before that. So I don't know, but it may be some historical, I don't know, area type of thing.
I saw the question, no to Conan yet. I have not watched it yet.
That's...
We ought to watch that together. I think that would entice me more.
All right, let's see.
I'll fall asleep.
Where's my thingy? Oh, here we go. LC Manny on Patreon.
What's
Thank you,
happening,
LC Manny. I have a question. What do you guys think that maybe the Night King is going to Winterfell to free his Night Queen, who's locked up in the crypts? Also, D&D are butchers. I need to say it to get off my chest. Yes, Manny, you say it every damn week.
Yes,
the
you do.
D&D are butchers. Some things they do butcher for sure. I don't know about the whole Winterfell Night Queen thing. I think it has something to do with more something modern that he's after versus something ancient. So there's I don't buy that the Night Queen story, the original story, is necessarily related directly to this end game. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Right,
I mean, I get the idea.
Yeah.
Because you got this female other supposedly, and then what happened to her?
But this goes back to a lot of things that you say about it doesn't fit time-wise, because if she's been locked there, and that's part of what motivates him, he could have came and got her a long time ago.
Exactly where I was going. He would have, if he could have just did something 4,000 years ago or 7 or whatever.
That's been my biggest thing. Whenever I try to think of something, I always go back to that when you said that.
Yeah.
You always say you got to look at it that way.
Yeah, because and people could say at that point, well, the wall was put up. Well, yeah, sure. But there was also dragons until 150 years ago and set a dragon trap then.
Yep.
So I don't think it's Winterfell. I mean, because if he is a Proto-Stark, I think that will be revealed. That will be part of the big third twist, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think if the timeline is correct or even close to correct, it was before it was technically House Stark. So Winterfell wouldn't necessarily even been built, or the crypts for that matter. The crypts maybe, they are a lot older. So I don't buy the Night Queen thing. I think if anything, he would be after like a Dany or something. But if there's something to do with some Night Queen type of thing. LC Manny also says, James, I'm happy you survived a weekend in Dallas without Chris.
There was a couple times I needed him there, really bad.
Also, LC Manny, Tuesday night live
I
stream.
gotta say this. Hold on, I do have to say this. I was telling people. Like Saturday it started, but Sunday I was really like, man, I miss Chris. I wish he was here. Like Friday, fuck Chris. You didn't even think I could do this. I don't need him here. Saturday I was starting to get a little bit down about it, but Sunday you can ask people. I was like, damn, I wish he was here, man.
That's funny. Also, Manny saying Tuesday night live stream. Yes, can't wait. Early birthday gift. Awesome, Manny.
Awesome.
My birthday's coming up too, by the way. Just a heads up. That'll be the 18th. But yeah, we'll do that. I'd mentioned that earlier, Manny. So 9 o'clock Tuesday on the Side Effect channel. Everybody go subscribe to that, please. We had to redo it, of course, a couple months back. So the Side Effect Podcast YouTube channel is where we will be. One with no name on Patreon. Thank you. Tony Teflon did a vid about bronze, possibly a better protection from the others. My question is about the runes of House Royce. Their words are, we remember. Could the runes contain the info about the original pact or how the Night King, to defeat the Night King? And Brand can go back via the werewood.net to find out what the runes mean. Far-fetched, but those runes have always nagged at me. Yeah. It's always interesting. House Royce, their words are, we remember, but they're really proud of being from the line of the first men. That's what they're essentially saying, I think. I don't think copper has anything to do with it because there are Royces that have died with that on, as far as the World of Ice and Fire says. There's no direct things in the books to my knowledge, but the World of Ice and Fire says that there's been people who's worn that armor with this copper. It's old school. That's why Jan's got that old looking tint. It's don't look anything like a modern set of armor, and even in those days. So yeah, according to the World of Ice and Fire, people have died wearing that. So I wouldn't think that. Now then again, maybe it could have a magical property to it, but right. I don't know if just inscribed runes would do anything. I guess it could. It would almost be like Thor's hammer, the inscriptions, and he whispers something through the inscription,
Right, there has to be magic involved.
Yeah, I think it has to be magic involved. Itself. Yeah, so I wouldn't think so. I think it was just one of those kind of backstories, and we remember I think it mainly refers to, we remember the first men, and it could reference that, but it's hard to say. I just don't think that House Royce is going to be that big of a deal in the story, but it is interesting. Some of these backstories you got to remember too are just that they're kind of like cool backstories that he had to go back and fill in. You know what I mean? Like there's so many houses in the books, so you need good backstories and kind of wonder about them, and you'll never get a definitive answer about what those. Now there are some house words. There's two, of course, House Dane, and you got House Reed. No, we don't know the words, and it's interesting why we don't yet. Everybody always brings up House Dane like that's going to spoil it because it's got something to do with, the end game. Maybe. Yeah. But what about Reed? We don't know their words either. So are they any more special than Dane or vice versa? Interesting.
Does this make you think about when you write yours that, dude, wherever I leave off, people who read it are going to pick up and run with it on their own.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I hope.
Because you can't write the backstory for every single thing. I know, you got to stop somewhere. I do want
this massive world. I do. I really do. So I thought about that, actually, the other night when I was writing a little bit. Let's see. Mama QB. Hello, hey, Mama QB. Hey, Chris. I don't have a got question. Just want to say I'm sorry I missed the last few live streams. And break a leg tonight. I'll try to be on. I do have a question about your daughter. How did everything go last weekend? I'm sure the recruiters all loved her. While we were in Dallas at Con of Thrones, James showed me a clip of her pitching, and she knocked my socks off. What an arm! Thank you, Mama QB. Last week was not a camp. There will be plenty of those, though, recruiter camps. There will be plenty of those coming this year. So it wasn't a camp where there were recruiters there. That will happen. She's been to some before. This was a tryout and some practice for the travel team she's supposed to be on. That's probably going to change now, obviously. But anyway, that's what we were doing. So it wasn't actually a camp where there were recruiters there. But she's been seen by people. I've already got contacted by a few people last year during travel ball. So it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
She does have an arm. I remember when the first time I tried to catch her,
I
was like, hold on, I got to get my glasses
She was just
on.
throwing change-ups, too. And
My depth perception or something's off. No, it was how fast she was throwing.
Right. Yeah, and I've had a couple broken,
I've seen your shins
but
get
yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I've been her catcher for I'm her catcher at least one more year, so that's what we're working on. But thank you for asking, Mama QB. I appreciate it. Randy Suimatsu, thank you, Randy, on Patreon. Since the show is nearing its end and the books are so far from the end, what do you think the show should have included that it didn't? And how much do you think the books will differ from the show going forward? I kind of touched on this before. I think the show and the books will obviously be completely different. I mean, not completely, but end up in the same place with a lot of different details. But I think we've already seen a lot of Winds of Winter stuff that people don't realize. Because he's had this basically done for a long time now. He's revising things.
Yeah, you're right.
Changing things probably or whatever. But you saw some examples from, Arya's chapter, release chapter or whatever from Winds. And you already saw that in Season 5 in Bravo. So there's going to be some things that I think will happen the same once we get the book. And people go, oh, well, they did have the material.
You're right.
They had a lot of material we don't know about.
I mean,
he can send them essentially what he had at the time of the transcript before it's ever printed. Mm-hmm. So I think there's a lot of stuff in there. Obviously, the details won't be there in various houses and storylines. But I said as far as what I wish the show would have done was the Doran Martell / Arion chapters.
I knew you were going to say that.
I just wanted to see if is there some, I mean, I know that he has a plan in general, but I want to see where Arion was going with that, with Aegon and all this stuff, Queenmaker, as they call in one of her release chapters. So that's what I wanted to see. And did Doran Martell have any kind of actual master plan beyond sending his son over to marry Dany? And then he got burned. He's burnt to a damn crisp, is all I'm saying. He's the one who went down in the tombs in Marine and not Tyrion in the books, and he got fried. He had no dragon blood, if that's the case. So he's a big heap of. I mean, he's alive.
Was he trying to free him?
Barely, maybe, possibly. Huh?
Was he trying to free him like Tyrion did?
Yeah, he thought he was just going to free him and show Dany that he could ride a dragon. It didn't work out so well. For Quentin Martell. So that's my big thing.
For me, it would be. I think Rhaegar is just like the most popular character not there.
Yeah, who's dead.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And I wish there were more flashbacks of him since he is so important to the story.
Yeah, I would have liked to see a little more of the dream stuff too. Like you have Jaime's got a really important dream where he dreams of Rhaegar. And I said this before, probably about a year ago after with the foreshadowing series when Jaime meets Jon in the first season, episode 1, and he shakes his hand or whatever, and he's like, basically making fun of him. But then Jaime has a werewood dream in the books when he has his hand cut off.
Right.
And he dreams of Rhaegar, and I think about not doing his duty and stuff. And I think that shows that he's going to help out Jon.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because he didn't do it. He wasn't protecting the king, is what he was saying, but we know who the true king's supposed to be now. So those kind of things would have been cool. A few little odd dream sequences to make you scratch your head.
The famous art of Robert and him fighting at the Trident,
Yes.
I think as far as Rhaegar goes, they should show him his soft side as far as like show him maybe just quick playing the harp or whatever, and then show him in that regalia where he's all armored up, looking badass and kicking ass. I don't know. They could have done it quick.
Yeah, and maybe we'll see more in season 8 if we need to see whatever we need to see to move the story forward for sure. But we did get the Barristan Selmy talk about to Danny about how Rhaegar loves singing, he hated killing, that type of thing. Let's see here. In the regular chat here, I'll get back to Patreon so I can, after the break, we'll catch up on that. Let's see. Benji, Q&A with the fire. Thank you, Ben. With fire having conquered Westeros, I think the Night King is going to take out King's Landing to reclaim what was conquered by fire with a dragon of his own, and then go to the God's Eye. What do you think? It's interesting. I don't. That's the big question though. Like, you know, Aegon conquered the kingdom 300 years ago. Why did the Night King wait to go to King's Landing? I mean, I think he will go to King's Landing. Somebody's going to burn King's Landing. Yeah. And Cersei's going to try a wildfire trick. Sure. I just did the video on wildfire a couple days ago. Nobody's seen it. By the way, YouTube's broken again. It's when I meant to bitch about this earlier. They were sending out a lot of people. I've got at least 10 messages myself where people were unsubscribed, again, randomly. So you may not be subscribed and not know it. Likely if you're watching this, you are, though. But I can't reach those people anymore, you know what I mean, to tell them. So, but I saw a lot of people on Twitter, like, atting YouTube and Team YouTube about subscription feeds not working. Nobody was aware of live streams and videos coming out in their sub feeds, and people were getting unsubscribed randomly again. So, yeah, everything's broken. Be sure you're still subscribed. But I forgot. What was the question? Yes, the Night King. Sorry. Sorry, Benji. I got on a mini rant. But, yeah, I mean, it's interesting. But I just don't think... I just don't think I don't know if he just wants to kill everybody. I think there's more than that. I can't just want to kill everybody to me. It's almost like we said before. You have a vampire movie, right? Right. And the vampire bad guys want to kill everybody and turn them. Right. For what? What you gonna eat? Like then what? You know what I mean? Yeah. Now maybe he would be king of the ashes, so to speak. Like that's been brought up a couple times. It has. So it could be as simple as that, but I would be disappointed if it was as simple as he just wants to kill everybody and that's it. He's done. How disappointing! That can't. So yeah, it's got to be related to the curse or House Stark, Proto Stark, whatever, something. John, I think, obviously is the key to that. He is the first time there's this actual Song of Ice and Fire. There was some near misses like Blood Raven. Alrighty, let's see here what we got in the chat here. Proto Peach, thank you. Proto Peach grabbed a question from Rhaegar Ruby. Q&A: since Alistair Thorne supported the Targaryens, do you think knowing Jon's true lineage would have made him a difference in how difference on how Alistair treated him? I agree, Rhaegar. I said this last year, like when he first, killed him. I was like, finally. But then I was like, wait. I wanted him to stay alive. Yeah. And find out that the whole time this dude he's been calling a bastard and all this shit, and he was a Targaryen. And I wanted to see that, man. I wish he would have let him live. I do. I think he would have made a huge difference. Exactly. He would have been like, oh, shit. But we're going to see something similar, though. We're going to see that in Winterfell with Jan Royce, with Sansa Stark, with all these people in Winterfell, these Northern Lords. Targaryens can't be trusted. Awesome. So the whole thing is about the whole last name thing. It doesn't matter. People are assholes no matter what your last name is and where you come from. There are good people and there are bad people. That's kind of part of the deal. Yeah. So we're going to see that in a sense, but just not Alistair Thorne. But yes, I wish I could have seen that. I just, at least the look on his face right before he died. Like, oh, shit. Or something. That would have been kind of cool.
Scroll back up just a hair. There's one about the God's Eye. I saw a question.
Be careful, Wesley Mons. I don't know if Nightbot grabbed you there. He'll grab you for caps lock and emotes and stuff like that. Too many. Are we spinning? Are we buffering? Are we good? I think we're good.
I did see the numbers drop again, like not as bad as before.
Yeah, we just dropped from about 60, didn't we? Yeah, so something's happening.
The question basically, I don't remember it word for word, but it was like, do you think the Battle of the God's Eye, the Golden Company would help Jon there? Now, I could see, since they showed a mammoth. I do feel like we might see a elephant mammoth thing. I think that would be cool.
That would be cool. Yeah, and we don't want to hear anything about budget shit this year.
No.
There's no reason for that.
That's out the window.
Good night, Linda Guerrero. Thank you for hanging out.
Linda.
Good night. Thank you. Appreciate it. Are we good, by the way, guys? We're good. We can see you. Okay, everybody's saying we're good. Just making sure. I just see it spinning, but I don't see any issues. I just want to make sure. My screen, we're just
says
buffering.
we both are good.
All right, sweet. Okay, let me go back and try to catch up on these here. Where are my ets? Mike Colton.
Thank
you, Mike, from Patreon. Chris, I know you respect D&D and try to defend them. Well, wait a minute. I defend them to a degree, but I don't love everything they do. Let me just get that out there. But he's saying I'm trying to defend them as much as possible as a fellow writer. Well, I don't know if I'm a writer. Maybe I will be one day. But I was quite annoyed last season with their misuse of Varys. I agree. Chris and James, what do you think about Tyrion irrationally taking the blame for the Euron fleet surprise attack on Yara and the Sand Snakes? Isn't Varys supposed to be the director of the CIA? Euron visiting King's Landing with a huge fleet is impossible to miss since it wasn't a covert event. I'm annoyed that they never got an explanation as to why Varys failed in his duties and why anyone didn't bring him to account for this, even if Tyrion was in charge. Excuse me. We deserved an explanation. Tyrion brooding with a cheap 20-second mea culpa with Jon was not convincing to me. Wasn't Dany and her and Olsen Peep smart enough to attribute proper blame and accountability to Varys and show this clearly us to all the viewers? It was possible to do this without having to punish him seriously. Varys should have at least said something about this topic. I agree. We were talking about this last week. That Varys was basically his story's almost done.
Yeah.
And he didn't do a lot last year, and that's why I wanted the little bird thing to come into play. Like, did he still have power? Did he still have control of those birds? But yeah, you're right in a sense, because nobody could necessarily foresee it, but yet Varys should know something about a giant fleet of ships, because Yara and Theon told Dany about it.
Yeah.
I mean, they straight up said, our uncle tried to murder us, we had to run.
Yeah.
He's out there, he's coming. But of course, they didn't know exactly. Here's my possible defense.
Uh-huh.
He built 1,000 ships off an island with no trees, somehow.
Right.
So they didn't know how long that was going to take, I suppose. And I guess at any given time, they could just sail up the coast, go to King's Landing, or sail around Westeros actually, go to King's Landing, and perhaps not be seen. But I don't know. It is a little odd. It's odd. They could have given that role a little bit more as far as Varys goes, and Tyrion said, wait a minute, hold up. Yeah, I wouldn't have known about that. That was his job. He's the master of whispers.
Right.
But does he have any birds anymore to whisper to him? That's the question in the show. In the books, we know what's happening. There's a whole different thing happening. But I agree. It was like Tyrion just just got yelled at and looked all sad and shit. But the problem is they didn't really lose anybody. But they pretended they lost everybody.
Yeah, they did.
They didn't lose Dorne.
Right.
They lost the leader of Dorne in the show only. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no reason for Dorne not to still be an ally and involved. It's just dumb. So it was just a way to kind of just get these off the screen so we can focus on the main people. That's all it was. So narrowing the field a little bit.
Yeah. You said Varys' story is almost over.
Yeah, I mean,
do you think?
I think so. I mean,
when he goes out, he'll do something spectacular, or is it going to be?
I don't know, man. I hope they do something similar to the books. I mentioned this before. I won't spoil it, but Varys takes care of some business in King's Landing.
Yeah.
To help with Aegon coming over. So I would hope something like that before he goes out, but I don't know if they'll do it because. Let's just say I hope Qyburn gets taken care of by Varys.
That's what I was hoping you would say, something like that, which would be a big play.
Yeah, I want to see that he still has control of those birds somehow over Qyburn, and he can somehow get rid of Qyburn and his bullshit, because he's going to try to kill the other dragons or try
Right.
to reanimate something, you know, whatever his crazy ass is up to. I would love to see that.
I would too.
Mother of Dragon, there she
Thank
is.
you, Mother.
Thank you, Mother of Dragon. When the magic dies, I believe Bran will die as well, since he is essentially a perpetual green seeing, time-traveling, expressionless Vulcan. he is. That's an awesome description of a three-eyed blackbird. What do you think will happen at the God's Eye? Do you think we'll see a virtual blue screen of werewood.net? How would that restore balance, and what would it look like? Yeah, that's interesting. So I've said, you know, we said in part 5, the end game theory that I have linked in every video description, that I just kind of want to get out there and get more feedback on. I don't know. I think because the idea is for them to burn, you know, werewood.net, the source,
Right.
to burn it. I think Melisandre has something to do with that. Because we talked about that in the book, she's having them burn werewood, and it's little hints, I think, to support that anyway. But I think that with Bran, once that happens, that gets rid of the magic, right, that created the Night King. And that was the question. If Bran he's not necessarily sustained by the magic, so I think he could live. But I don't know how that affects him being, as like you said, he's basically connected all the time, pretty much most of the time. It gets cut off. Does that make him go crazy? Does it kill him?
Right.
Does he have a Hodor moment, and all of a sudden he's going crazy
You've
like
said
Hodor?
that before,
And I think that would be an interesting ending for him.
It would be.
He helps save the world. He goes and verifies things, tells them where to go, and with the help of Gilly and Sam with the
Right.
books. But then I don't think he can just be normal again. I don't think he can be normal again.
Yeah, I don't either, at all.
But yeah.
It would be a pretty shitty life, though, if you think about it, for him to get hurt and
Yes.
then end up like that. You know what I mean? That's just, I think that's crappy.
Let's see. Let me check Streamlabs over here. Thank you, Action Jeff, for subscribing.
Thank you.
Let's
Welcome.
see here. Thank you, Rose Gore, for subscribing. And again, that was I think Gatane. We did grab your question. Thank you for subbing as well. D Brown. Thank you, D Brown.
D, you rock.
You do, D Brown. Thank you so much for the donation on Streamlabs. No question, just because it's you guys. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
I got to hang out with D all weekend. She was really cool, and I got to meet Wally, her boyfriend. He's a great guy, and I'll be talking more about them when I do my stream. Got some fun stuff.
That's one thing I was sad about all weekend is I couldn't meet everybody, and that I didn't and meet and talk to the people I met last year and hang out. I was saddened by the whole thing. It was bittersweet.
Okay, now it's time for me to give you all the love that I brought back for you.
Oh God, no! There's like 147 hugs. Damn, somebody's gonna see that sex boy shirt and think something. Hello, Smokeahannes.
What's happening, girl?
What's going on?
Good to
Thank
see
you for
you.
the side effect shirt. I thanked you earlier. I guess you wasn't here.
Yep.
I appreciate you sending that back. That don't be a Wally.
That's part of what I was going to talk about, Doc. That's
okay,
awesome.
I guess that's an inside thing. We'll get that. What's up, Blaze Manga?
What is going on?
I didn't see you in the chat, man.
I
Thank you
didn't
so
either.
much, man, for the artwork. I'm gonna grab that, Blaze, during we're gonna take a break here in just a couple minutes. And I'm gonna grab that and show off your badass artwork when we come back, as well as that
There's
quilt.
Terry
from
T. Nothing
Terry.
but love.
All right, let's see. Let's grab one more of these from Patreon here, and then we'll take a break and come back and jump in the live chat. Where am I at? There we go. K-Dubs, thank you, K-Dubs.
What is happening?
On Patreon. Sorry for the length, but the Cat's Paw dagger has dragon bone, Valyrian steel, and a ruby. Ever since it was shown in the book, I've wondered if it was connected to Rhaegar, even if he just customized it. So how's this? Littlefinger was somehow privy to witness Rhaegar and Lyanna, Knight of the Laughing Tree, together in the woods when Rhaegar went looking for the Knight. To protect their reputations, Rhaegar gives Littlefinger the dagger to be quiet, or Littlefinger steals it before Rhaegar notices. Shortly after, Lyanna was taken in quotes, obviously, and the reason could have been she was pregnant. Their reputation would be ruined. Littlefinger starts the rumor about the rape and kidnapping to make sure Brandon Stark, Kat's betrothed, would go to war, leaving him to try his hand with Kat. The only complicates Ragger. I forgot about the Ragger. This only complicates Ragger and Lyanna's relationship because no one will believe she went willingly now. Hence the secret ceremony, the annulment, the birth of Jonathan, and the rebellion, which lasted most of a year. What say you? I think it's a great idea, Kyle, and I was actually thinking about a video on this separately the other day. But then I thought about the timeline.
You know, I've always thought that dagger was Rhaegar's because the rubies. I don't think they were accidentally there. And I know you said that you know
the
could have been a common thing.
The dagger could be, you know, because the way I took it in context of the book that Sam was reading is just that Valyrians used dragon glass to decorate their shit and rubies and all that stuff. So it was, you know, an ornate, cool blade. Whether it was Rhaegar's or not is debatable. It would be kind of cool, actually.
I think.
But here's the Littlefinger thing. Littlefinger would have been about 7, I believe, if my math is correct. My rudimentary math in my head, just that quickly. I think he would have been a little too young during the tourney to start scheming then. I like the idea of that.
I don't think he'd have been that young, dude.
I think he would have been.
He's younger than Kat, but
I think 7 or maybe, what is it, 15? 15 at the most. I had to remember the timelines, but 15 would be the most he could have been. So now, yes, in those days you were also essentially a man grown at that age.
But was he as conniving?
And all that? You know, I like the idea that he started the whole damn thing. But here's the thing: I think we should have got that payoff before he died, and he died with they knew everything.
Good point.
So we would already got that answer.
I think you're right. Before he died.
Because it would have been perfect for Bran to say, and you caused the whole damn thing. Rhaegar's the rebellion was built on a lie.
Yeah, dude.
And you caused the whole damn thing. And so we should have got that answer.
Called him out on it.
He should have. Yeah, he would have. Absolutely.
But K-Dubs, that's good, man.
But yeah, I like the idea, and I started thinking about it the other week, and I just thought about the age. The age would kind of throws it off, and the fact now that he's already dead, and we didn't get an answer. Because now you can't have Bran come back and say,
"That's not a big
by the way,
payoff.
John, you're a Targaryen. Robert's Rebellion was a lie, and Littlefinger started it." You know,
right.
before
with him being dead, it just don't work.
It's not as effective. Absolutely. All right. Okay, let's go. Where's the live chat? There we go. Yeah, Lyanna got pregnant at 15. KW is saying, but yeah, I'm saying during the tourney though. Presumably that was the first time they met when he laid the blue winter roses. I don't think they could have found out she was pregnant in even if it was a couple days.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the issue with that. Are we having no sound? Somebody said no sound. Are we good? I see Diane saying no sound, or is that just us? Just her? Okay, Keltis got sound.
Okay, cool.
All right, so Diane, maybe just refresh or check your speakers or whatever. I don't think it's anything going on. I think we're good. Okay, everybody's saying we're good. Everybody's got sound. Okay, so Diane, maybe something's going on your end there. Okay, so we've been going an hour. Let's take a stretcher. Now it's catching up. Everybody's got sound. So good. We're not screwed up.
Awesome.
So yeah, we did drop though. We went from 340 people or 320 or something like that.
We dropped about 60 in just 5 seconds.
Okay, so maybe there's some. Okay, we're back. She's saying maybe something's going on with some.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, that's odd.
Yeah, 61 people.
Okay, well let's hopefully this gets straightened out. Whatever is going on YouTube's end, because it looks like we're good here. So anyway, let's take a stretcher. I'm going to grab the artwork. Remind me. And the quilt and show you guys and thank these people again, and then we'll catch up on all the questions. So we got a few more on Patreon.
So yeah, Blaze, stick around.
Ian Gossett, I see your really quick. Ian Gossett super chat. Thank you, Ian. Can someone link me to Patreon sub sign up? Appreciate it. The link is in the description. Ian, I'm saying Ian, but it could be Ian.
It could be Ian.
I've said it before, both ways, I think. Yeah, it's patreon.com/smokescreenvids, but that link is in the description, and I really appreciate it if you do that. So thank you, Ian or Ian.
I used to love Lou Gossett.
I think yeah, I thought about that too. And Lou Gossett Jr. I'm thinking about the Jet movie.
Yep.
Pappy.
Yeah.
Pappy. So yes, Ian, or if that link is in the description, I think it's up here. Let me double check. It should be. Wait a minute, maybe it's not. It better be. Damn it. Streamlabs.
Chris.
How's that not in here?
How is
No,
it?
there it is. There it
Okay.
is. Yeah, just scroll down to under the other channels. There it is. Like, that's how all the stuff. You got the Patreon link. You got the Amazon link. The merch link for this T-shirt. All that's in the description. So, yeah, it's patreon.com/smokescreenbids. That would have been horrible, man. I knew that was
Yeah,
in
you'd
there.
have
I
been
knew it was
slipping.
in there.
I thought it would have been too.
And LC Manning super chat. Thank you, LC Manning. Guy, appreciate it. Guys, a year is relative. Year is 365 date here. However, it can be a year. It can be only 150 days there. Yeah, that's true. But I think it's been established. It's the same as our world.
Yeah,
as far as
I
the
believe
time.
So yeah.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much established from Germ himself. All right. So yeah, let's take a quick stretcher, grab that stuff to show you guys. Hopefully, we'll get a good shot on this camera. Excuse me. And then yeah, Iron Eagle. Thank you, Rhaegar Ruby. Iron
That's
Eagle.
it.
I was having a brain fart. But yeah, let me grab that stuff, and we'll be right back.
Mayonnaise.
All right. We're back. I think
back.
they're back. Here we go. All right. So here we go. Let's see. Yeah. Apparently we're having. I don't know what's going on. Let me actually check these speeds really quick. This shit's got to get fixed for good. This is getting on my nerves. Let me check this real quick. The ping's good, but something's going in and out, and they're working on a bridge down here. It's been raining. There's no telling what's happening.
Hell of a storm came through.
Brand new drop. Yeah, it could be something somewhere else. Who knows?
You literally pay for the best.
Exactly, and you don't even get it wired. It's ridiculous. It's because we left. That's all it is.
Shit went down the tubes.
So, yeah, I mean, the speed's, it's not the best, but it's not horrible for what it should be. So, I don't know. We're going to have to try to get through it, I guess, because I have to, yeah, I'm telling you, Mike M., they changed the name, and it sucks. That's all it is.
Yes.
Because it's a different system. Completely different system, which is ridiculous.
How do you guys like this new look for us? I like it a lot.
Yeah, I started this last week when I was soloing it.
Yeah, I saw
and
that.
I just dug the look. So yeah, let us know how you like the look. I think it looks a lot better than. Although we're kind of crunched in here, but if I had a separate good camera, which I need to get, then I could set it up right. We won't have to be like all, elbow to elbow. Okay, so I promised you guys I'm gonna get back to your questions in a second here, but I promised to show you guys this cool shit I got. And so first. If hopefully I can get this in the shot. This is the quilt that Taryn, Mother of Dragons sent me. This is, hopefully you can see this. This is high quality shit. So you got this wood frame up here, first of all, where this hangs. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? All right, and then I'm not going to be able to see the screen. Winterfell, so you got the dragons up there. You got the Night King over here. Let's see. I'm trying to hold this up. So you got the Night King right here. This glows in the dark right here. This part glows in the dark.
It's the edge of his face.
It's the edge of his face looking in the clouds. And you have Winterfell down here. And, I forgot there's a green screen on this. So it's going to take a little bit of the color out. There'll be some flash in there. But this, I'm telling you, is the coolest damn quilt I've ever seen. I don't know if you can see that side of it. I'm trying to hold it up without looking. I can't see the camera. But so badass. Let me show you the back too. And I know the green screen is going to take a little bit of that color out. But the back is awesome too. Material. And it can be balanced and all this stuff. She sent me all the instructions to hang it up and everything. Balance it. Or level it, I should say. And then she's got this cool customized tag on there. Made for me and all this stuff by her. Winterfell. And at the bottom... let's see if you can see that. I know some of the color will come out because it's green screen, but you got the Stark direwolf heads down there. Yeah, look at that. All the greens coming out of the land. But thank you so much, Mother of Dragon. This is badass. I've told her if she wants to sell them, I will tell people where to go. She's got to let me know. So she's
a lot of work went into that.
Yeah, these are all custom handmade, and they take some time. So they would be a good price, and they should be because they're awesome. So she lets me know, Taryn let me know, and I'll tell people where to go. And also, James shipped this back for me, Blaze Manga, and that was Pedro and Simon. Is that right? Mm-hmm. Is that right? Pedro and Simon sent me this stuff from Con of Thrones, and I had it flattened. Oh, we got another green screen, so it's going to screw it up too. But this badass artwork, I can
hold one and
you hold that in there, or just like this. There we go. I know the green's going to come out of that because we got a green screen. But this is badass anime style got artwork. So there's one. And then he gave me a little autograph there in the corner. I don't know if you can see that.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. So right there. And I hate the green screen's taking some of that color out. It won't do it justice on this camera anyway, I can promise you that. And then this one here. We have Viserion, the Night King. Looks like the final battle there. And ignore the green coming out of the color, some of it.
And this one's autographed to me. This is really cool.
Yeah, these are badass. Anime style. Really love these. So thank you so much, Blaze Manga. Really appreciate that. And I'm sorry I didn't bring that in here originally. I have a whole list of people to thank. And I forgot to bring the actual stuff. So thank you so much. Really appreciate that.
Yeah, Pedro and Simon
Taryn,
Blaze.
Taryn's saying right now, she'll let me know if how to get in touch. She may do an Etsy thing, I think, or something, so you could go. But I'm telling you now, you'll be probably in a waiting list. These are all handcrafted. So, but yes, thank you, Taryn and Blaze Manga. Also, thank you, Slope, who just became a Patreon on the break.
Thank you so
appreciate
much,
that, Slope. Appreciate that, becoming a Patreon sponsor. Jay from State Farm is back. He went in hiding after his fail, and we got a T-shirt out of it. Yeah. So anyway, so yes, check out Blaze Manga. Blaze, I don't have your link, but I know he has a YouTube channel as well. He does some Game of Thrones stuff and I'm sure some art stuff, I believe. I'm not sure what else he does, but Blaze, I know you might not be able to type it in, but if you can send it in some way to a moderator, they can type in the actual link, like send it like broken up, you know what I mean, like spell out .com, you know, so it don't look like a link. Then they can grab it and make it a link and post it in there. If you don't mind, if you want to do that, feel free to, or I can grab it if I see it. Yes, Doc Colliday, I forgot. Yeah, Riddick's collar's in there too. He's got a collar James brought me. Damn it, I haven't put it on him yet because he's got to get a bath. That's what I told James. He's got to get a bath, and then before he puts that thing looks good. So he's got a got collar now. Riddick does, a manly looking got collar.
Yeah, it's really cool looking.
So, if Carol says, if you got Carol's contact info, yeah, text her the link to your YouTube or whatever you want to, your Facebook page or whatever, and Carol can post that in the chat. So thank you, man.
Thank you, Slope, so much.
Appreciate that. Slope, Dust on the Throne Patreon now too. Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Slope, Blaze Manga, and Taryn. I really appreciate that stuff. Let's see. So let's grab, where are we at here? Okay, so we got that. Let's grab these and catch up on Patreon. I know we're behind. I'll post this a lot earlier tonight, so we got a lot more questions.
Yeah, what about Doc straight out of Winterfell?
Oh, yeah, Doc Holliday. That was the other one I didn't mark off.
He loves it, Doc. It's probably in dirty
I did
clothes,
think Doc,
honestly.
though. I did think, the reason I didn't, though, because I did the other night on Twitch. Doc, but yes, thank you, Doc Holliday, for the straight out of Winterfell shirt and koozie. My daughter roasted me for it.
Yeah, I can't believe that, but we'll never be cool.
She didn't notice it till it said Winterfell till later when I took my kid out to eat last night, and then she just started randomly laughing. She said, "You've been wearing that all day," and I just now saw. She thought it said Compton or something,
right?
Or whatever.
Yeah, it looks just like it.
Yeah, and she read Winterfell and then she roasted me. But I love the shirt, Doc, and I thanked him on Twitch the other night anyway. So thank you, Doc Holiday, for the shirt and koozie. Let's see here. Robert Thatcher on Patreon. Thank you, Robert. Are we still going fine here with the stream? Is everything looking decent? I think we're good. I mean, I see a couple little frames here and there, but it's not bad.
I love the viewers and likes.
Yes, the ratio. Yeah, yes, we got 200 likes right now. That's good. Thank you, guys. Okay. Robert Thatcher, Q&A. I was thinking about the phrase, the North remembers. It's fairly obvious they don't actually remember. Exactly. Exactly what I've always said. They don't remember shit. Well, I'll say in the context of the magical stuff, right. I think they're more believing of it. But yeah, they clearly don't remember anything. Arya does. Arya remembers. I have not read the books, but I think the phrase was started after defeating the army of the dead the last time they attacked. Sure, initially the Northerners knew what was meant when someone said the North remembers. Eventually, over time, lost all its meaning and just becomes a phrase that Northerners use a lot to let other Northerners know know where they're from and that they'll have their back. I kind of agree with that. Also with Winter is Coming, the house words of Stark, which is more of the house, and then the North remembers is more of all the North. I kind of agree. They both lost their meaning. And then you kind of saw Arya kill Walder Frey, and she said Winter came for House Frey. So that tells you right there that phrase had a different meaning.
Yes.
So the Winter is Coming for sure, probably related originally to the Walkers, the Night King or something. And then maybe perhaps the North remembers as well. Excuse me. Then I got to thinking how the show may go into this in season 8. I could see it going something like this. After Jon and Dany arrive in Winterfell, I imagine there'll be some sort of meeting to discuss the encroaching army. Not to mention the fact there are 2 dragons parked outside. Parked. I never thought
That's
about
funny.
They're just, dragon parking here. I guess get you to see the side. At some point, one of the Northern Lords says the North remembers, but instead just ending that like it usually does. Tyrion asks, does anybody actually know what that phrase means? That would be Tyrion's thing.
It would be.
This could get Sam wondering as well. After consulting his books, he could go to Bran. He knows that Bran can see the things through his visions, and through those visions we can learn ourselves. Do you think the North remembers is something that they should reveal, or meaning do you think they'll just skip it? They've sure used it enough in 7 seasons. I kind of want to know what it means now. I agree, but I don't know if we'll get that definitive answer.
Could be something as simple as like remember the Alamo.
It could be. I think that's less important than the House Stark words. I would like to know for sure if that had a different meaning. I'm fairly sure it does, but I don't know if we'll ever get the definitive but I could see Tyrion saying that, like, he's that kind of guy, but wait a minute, I've heard that like for years now. What are y'all remembering?
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I would like for them to do that. I wouldn't bet on it. I just wouldn't bet on it for the show. With so much going on in so little time. But I mean, then again, that could be a quick little conversation. But if it's involving Bran going back for whatever, if it's directly tied to the end game and what they have to do to defeat the White Walkers, sure. But I don't think just based off of that alone they would do it, just because of time. But I agree, Robert. I want to know too, for sure. Maybe we'll get the answer book wise anyway. Carol Brown, thank you, Carol Brown. And I know these are like hours ago because I posted this a long time ago, so hopefully everybody's still on here. Greetings to the Lord. Here we go with titles. Greetings to the Lord Maester of the land always Carolina, the wearer of the cap that always stays on, the keeper of the dire wolf named Riddick, protector of the chat, smoker of the stogie. Thank you for the stogie. Protector of the realm of shots and ruler of the live stream. Titles, lovely titles. Open the screen of smoke and share your vision on the perfect opening scene for Season 8, Episode 1, and go. Yep, I'm back. Miss me. Thank you, Carol Brown, the diva.
Yes, you're always missed.
Oh, man, I don't know. The perfect opening scene. Man, I think to set the tone, you got to have, like, to set the tone for, like, the speed of everything, how fast things are happening.
Right.
To set the tone for, you know, just how horrible this is going to be in a lot of ways.
Mm-hmm.
You got to start with the Night King wiping out the last Hearth or something.
Totally.
Just something bad.
Yeah, like Season 1, Episode 1.
Yeah.
How that set the tone.
That's true. That is true.
You just see freaking people massacred.
Almost another prologue for the final season. So
Yeah.
I think that's the way you go. I mean, I'm no screenwriter by any means, but if I was to write and set up the final feeling for the last season, it's got to be bad, I think.
I think you're right. I
think-
really do,
yeah,
because
you
like you
can't-
said, it's going to set us up to get ready for what's coming. It's going to be bad and it's going to be fast.
Yeah, and you can't start off with John and Dany love scene where they're
Right.
just snuggling.
Right.
It's not like, what is that? No, we want to see what the
He's
fucking Night
bringing her a
King's
hot
doing.
rag to clean up the mess.
They don't. I don't think they. That's the thing in those days.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think they needed towels and shit. That's the problem with bastards running around. I mean, they're like, why don't they
Great
think?
point.
Why don't they think of that? You
Great
know,
point.
instead of having to worry about bastards. You
Maybe
know what I mean?
Sam will find it in a book. Hey guys, if you do this won't happen.
So they should know that. I mean, obviously. But I've actually thought about that before. Of course I have. Alyssa S. Banks, thank you, Alyssa, on Patreon. I keep thinking of the battle and defense strategies against the Army of the Dead, the weapons forged from dragonglass, the use of wildfire, and the dragon's abilities to all seem like endless possibilities. After my rewatch of battle scenes and strategy meetings, I can see how they use past strategies to their advantage in the wars to come. Chris and James, I'd love to hear your ideas and thoughts about war strategies in Season 8 in regards to weapons, defending Winterfell, and soldier formations. How would do these strategies matter considering the Night King sees visions as well?
Right.
It's a great question, and I think that's what Jon's first problem is going to be. Like he don't really know how to fight him because he's different. He's still seeing it as numbers, and it is kind of a numbers game. But he can fight the whites, but he can't fight the White Walkers, and now he's going to have a dragon in the air. So
that's what sucks because at first you're thinking fire, fire, fire. He's got fire too, man.
Here's what I think though, and I can't really speak on official medieval strategies and stuff. I know a few things here and there, but I think he may have figured something out beyond the wall, and that goes to the Isle of Faces. Because if you do have a lake that you have some kind of protection for a while until they can freeze it or whatever.
Right.
Then you have a point that you can bring him to almost. Like you have to draw him there.
Yeah.
He has to come to you, I guess, is what I'm saying. Now, he's got a dragon, though, so that's got to be taken care of first.
Yep.
So in that sense, you got to go with traditional stuff, right? You either, obviously, I think there's going to be a dragon battle.
Definitely.
There's going to be a Dance of Dragons 2.0, so I think that happens. But yeah, I mean, we've said before, as far as strategy, military strategies, I mean, drop back to the neck.
You need to do that.
You got to fall back to the neck, and I think they will. Winterfell will not last. It won't be completely destroyed. They'll rebuild it, but it's going to go down, I think.
Yeah.
I think
so too.
I think you can bet on it. So, interesting. Fall back to the neck, that type of thing. The Isle of Faces, God's Eye should come into play, I would hope, after the dragon's taken care of.
As far as weapons, I mean, they're going to need something like a scorpion if the dragon battle don't handle it. And
yeah, I would imagine
they don't have javelin throwers like him.
Yeah, exactly. They don't have these damn.
If one was still around,
yeah, if they had a giant or two of their own, I would imagine if they see that. The problem is they're not going to see that. Will they get reports from the last hearth before it's too late?
That's possible.
Like they're being attacked. They send a raven off to Winterfell,
yes.
and Bran can see it too. So they could find out he's on a dragon before they get there.
That's
and maybe
true.
build a couple, some whatever to throw scorpion bolts or whatever.
Right,
is a possibility, but they may be surprised.
Still remember that giant shooting that damn bow and arrow.
Yeah, exactly. It went over the.
That was so fun.
Over the wall and down into Castle Black. Linda Blowy, hey Chris and James, hello Linda. I hope you're still
Linda.
here, Linda. I know this was an hour ago. Manny saying James who killed JFK.
I can't talk about it.
Manny, we're going to do a live stream. I'm not a live stream. We don't have we can't talk about that with our clearance.
That's right.
We're going to do a podcast on that though, on the side effects. So look for that, Manny. Yes, Slope. I just saw you join. Thank you for joining Patreon. It is working. This is how we do it right here. So thank you, Slope.
Awesome.
K Dubs. Thinking of the cat's paw really makes me reflect on how Bran. I've seen some words. This is going to be a troll. This is going to be a troll, K-Dub, but I'm going to read it. Thinking of the cat's paw really makes me reflect on how Bran's transformed and will power up in Season 8 and how Arya will use the dagger so effectively. I guess what I'm trying to say is heroes come in many different forms, so let's take a moment to appreciate the one who stopped that Valyrian steel dagger with her hands in order to save one of the most important characters of the show. What a woman, what a mother, what a hero. Catelyn Stark, God bless her.
She did. She sure did.
Hey, look, man. I give her props.
Barehanded.
I give her props for that. I've never taken that away from her. In that moment, she did absolutely save his life and take the cut deep in her hands, show and books,
Yep.
stop the cat's paw until Summer took care of the rest.
Yeah, Summer handled
But
that.
she wouldn't have done that for Jon Snow.
Damn sure
That's
wouldn't
all.
have.
That's all I'm saying. She would just turned her back and walked
Yeah.
out the room and said, "I didn't see anything." So you see what I'm saying, K-Dubs? It's a double standard.
She would have not done a damn
She would
thing.
not done a damn thing. So yes, I do appreciate that, but not much else.
She would have flipped him a copper.
It probably. What are they paying you? Here, I'll double it.
Yeah.
So yes, thank you, K-Dubs. LC Manny, guys, you missed my super chat. No, I'll.
We're just late getting
We're
to
just
this.
we're late getting to
we did
this.
get
Okay,
to
so
it.
we grabbed that. We grabbed that. Thank you, Manny. Let's see, Peach. Yep, type of question. I know Peach just left earlier, so I'm not sure what this is. I think maybe she was responding to somebody. Mazuma, thank you, Mazuma. Hey, Chris and James, thanks for the content as always. Any thoughts on a con of Smokescreen? Oh yeah, we're having that. I thought you had heard, Mizumo. Protocon. We're going to plan that for next year.
We sure are.
You guys named it Protocon, but that's what we're calling
right.
it. So yes, we're going to do a little something, and it won't be something big and fancy, I'm sure. We're starting to look into some of that stuff now, as far as where, when, all that kind of stuff, how, and what we're going to do. So we have actually some stuff laid out as well. So Protocon 2019 will happen one way or another for sure. Okay. Pizza responded, Kyle does being a troll. Exactly. Let's see. Mother of Dragon, thank you, Taryn. So who do you think will be riding Rhaegal when the magic dies? I think if there is a rider, I think it's Jon for Rhaegal. I think that's got to be that's a huge confirmation, because Danny kind of won't believe it for a minute,
That's right.
And then he gets on there, or I could see even Rhaegal or perhaps Drogon's like coming to Jon's aid. Like like in the Dragon Pit back in 5, he sensed Danny in danger, sensed the death and all that stuff, and came, and she flew for the first time.
Yeah, that was cool.
So it may be something like that, but I don't know. Again, we don't know how, if the magic dies and goes away completely, does that affect something already alive? You know what I mean? I don't know. Will a dragon just fall out of the sky dead? Will it still be fine? Will it just wither away? We just don't know. It's really all speculation. But I do think if there is a rider, you gotta have Jon, right? I mean,
right.
Otherwise, what's the point of Targaryen stuff? Michael Smith, do you think that when Dany finds out about Jon, there will be a repeat of Dance of Dragons when Aegon III was forced to marry his cousin Jaehaera and end the Dance of Dragons? I wouldn't think a repeat of that in the sense of the marriage stuff. I mean, I think they're going to get beyond that. There'll be that tension for a minute, but they're already in love. She's going to be pregnant. Jon's already said he didn't want bastards running around named Snow.
Right.
So he'll marry her. They're going to go ahead and I think there'll be some drama. There'll be a little bit of, we said it before, like he'll be a little standoffish for a while when he finds out. And then she's going to be like, what's wrong? Nothing. What's wrong? Nothing. That type of shit. Yep. And then they will have the conversation, and he don't want to be king anyway. So it'll be like, well, shit. Oh, well. But, because she's all in now. They're a package. So they'll essentially be a package deal.
And I would like to touch on Mother Dragons again. Go back.
Sure.
I don't think when the magic dies that the dragons would fall out of the sky and die. I think the magic is in the hatching of them.
Yes.
And once they're alive, they're kind of a living creature, kind of grandfathered in.
I think I agree. Okay. I think so too.
Yeah.
But they do say, like, there's you got like the pyromancers. I was talking about the pyromancers in this last video a couple days ago about the potential of wildfire in season 8 and the end game, how it's going to be used. Maybe to kill the Night King or something, but the Pyromancers Guild says that their spells are stronger with the dragons back in the world. So they seem to enhance magic. But again, I agree. Right. I don't think that they're just going to instantly die because, they do eat. They do fly around and eat and everything like any other animal. So I don't know. It could be they're just the last, and once they die, there'll never be any more because you can't hatch them anymore. I don't know. It's all really guess and speculation. So
yeah,
I would hope not. I would hope they just wouldn't fall out of the sky. That would be kind of bad. Mike Colton, guys, Frack wants to know if after the Patreon stream you'll post, post a video for non-Patrons to see. Any decisions on that? I haven't really thought about it, Mike Colton. And Frack, thank you for the question. Because that's the kind of the idea is a private Patreon only stream, and that way I can answer Patreon questions. We can hang out a little bit before we go public. So I haven't really thought about it. Maybe.
So just so I'm clear of what Fractured Imperius is wanting to know. everyone's aware that what he's saying is it'll be a private one.
Yes, yeah,
And
that's
then the normal one.
yeah. I'm glad you clarified that. That I should have.
Yeah,
yes,
there will
I
be.
thought I did.
There will be one for non patrons, to see.
Yeah, it's
the
gonna
normal
be
one.
exactly the same. It's going to be exactly
It's just,
the
we
same.
won't be over in the Patreon section answering all those questions because they'll be handled beforehand.
Right.
That way we can stay in the live chat more.
Exactly. That's what we mean. Hopefully that I thought I'd clarified that. So yes, nothing's going to change as far as this stream here. We'll just go on privately on Patreon earlier before this stream, and then jump over to public. So hopefully that clears that up. But thank you, Mike, for grabbing that for Fractured. And Mazuma, sorry guys, I edited my comment earlier. Some mentioned the curse of Harrenhal, Slant Baelish being dead, and the show might be nice. Though Tywin did talk about Aegon burning it. Yeah, I said this to James the other day. Harrenhal, the whole curse thing, think about the location of why they say it's cursed. You have Sweet Robin in the Eyrie hearing voices, and there's what? A werewood throne.
Absolutely.
You have Arya having dragon dreams in Essos, and there's what? A werewood door. Harrenhal is right on the north edge of the God's Eye Lake. And what's right there in the center of that lake? The Isle of Faces.
Yep, they're picking up some of those.
There's some kind of thing by the
frequencies.
Some kind of frequency thing. And I think that's how seeing visions in the flames work, and why the Night King may be able to, I don't know if he's like doing it purposely,
right?
But some like frequency type thing. So that's why random people can, like the Hound and Stannis, can look in the flames and see something without any kind of training, whereas Melisandre sees it through a religious prism and has trained herself to get better at it and can see things every time.
That's right.
So, yes, absolutely think that's the reason for Harrenhal being so-called haunted. All right, let's see here. I think we're caught up on Patreon, I think. Let me just double check here.
Well, that one just popped in.
Okay, Kyle just popped in.
Yep.
Okay, K-Dubs. As a follow-up to Littlefinger theory earlier, when Kat was betrothed to Brandon, Peter danced with her 6 times, tried to kiss her, failed, and got drunk and slept with Lysa, who he thought was Kat. Then he challenged Brandon to start to a duel. My point is, he wanted more Tully.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did. The Ice of Fire wiki says he was 15, meaning the teenage horniness had a hold on him. The theory confirmed, at least for the books, at least. Yeah, so I was right about 15 then. So, yeah, but that's what I mean. I just think, I think it's great, and I think it would fit great for him to start his kind of career way back then, because he does know something about it in the show. He knows Sansa. He's talking to Sansa, and he knows Lyanna didn't get kidnapped.
Yes.
So there is something to that, but I don't know if he heard it, if he learned it that early on, and it was so. You're talking about a few days there. So
that would be cool how the dagger got introduced, though.
It would be.
Really would be cool.
But the way I took the book was that was a very common thing for the Valyrians. You know what I mean? That's just
you're saying that just
it was
because
so
it was
common
in the book.
Yeah, because it was in an ancient
there's
book.
There's no words that say this is common Valyrian thing. It's just because it was in a Citadel book,
because it was
which is like a
like a history book.
Exactly.
This
they
is what they
wouldn't
did
have
to
just
their
a chapter
dagger.
Rhaegar's little dagger.
Exactly.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's exactly what I mean. Because I mean, if they're decorating it, then they're already well beyond designing.
So like Rhaegar and all of them would, had access to one that looked just like that.
Right. And Rhaegar is, if you think about it, Rhaegar's a Targaryen, and he's Valyrian, but we're talking about ancient Valyrians.
Right.
Well, the way they did these daggers, supposedly. So you're talking about like an art that was nothing to them.
So
this is, as far as Valyrian steel.
I could see Littlefinger stealing his dagger, but maybe not starting all the rumors and all that shit. Just being spiteful or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if he had the foresight to plan all that from that early on.
But he's also rich enough to buy one off of some black market or something too.
Absolutely. Let's see here. Super chats. Yeah, okay, we grabbed Manny's and then Ian's. Jake from State Farm. Thank you, Jake.
Thank you.
Just chipping in some coin. Thanks for the great show as always. Thank you, Jake. Appreciate that, and thanks for the thanks for the shirt. The indirect thank you for the shirt that Slope did. Appreciate it, Jake. How's Velasquez? Thank you for the super chat. I don't see a question though.
Like the picture?
That is a cute picture. Is that a German Shepherd puppy? No, that don't look like a German Shepherd.
It's colored like
it's got the colors. I don't know. Maybe maybe a mix.
There's some border collie
Yeah,
or something
yeah.
there.
I, said, I was going to exactly what I was going to say. I can't see, but I can't. It's so small. And also thank you Slope for the super chat for Protocon. Thank you so much, Slope. Appreciate that. And again, Slope, thank you for joining Patreon. Okay. Regular chat here. Let's see what we got going on. Where are we at? We're blurry. Lady Celtic saying we're blurry. I don't see it as blurry right now, and we're still not dropping any frames. Not many. I mean, there's a couple little ones here and there.
Good night, Joy. Yes, this stream did make me feel better. Thank you.
Yeah, good night, Joy. Have a good one. Thank you for hanging out. Let's see. Meg Paul, this is an interesting question. Q&A, do you think the Frey women will come into the fighting fold, a la the Mormont, since Arya handed them the keys to the twins, or do you think Arya totally fucked them over in doing that? Yeah, I wouldn't think so. I think they can basically just go home.
Yeah.
Because they were all basically captives there. You know what I mean? So, yeah, they can just run home. Maybe, I mean, I don't know, you don't know where everybody comes from, but I wouldn't think they'll come into any... I don't know. A lot of people think that Bronn's going to end up at that castle. So are they just hanging out there? Did they go back home? We just don't know. But I wouldn't think they'd come into a fight type thing. I don't think we'll see much of the Freys in the show.
You want to touch on Karen's run?
Yeah, I was going to grab it too.
Yeah,
Karen W.
Because we've been asked that, but it's been a while.
Karen W. Thank you, Karen. Q&A. Hey guys, do you think that Cersei is lying about her pregnancy in order to manipulate Tyrion? Maybe that's why we didn't see her miscarriage in the season like everyone was expecting. It's certainly possible, but I think they did cut that out, that scene. They may have moved it over to season 8,
probably,
which I think they probably will.
Yep.
But here's the thing: remember, the reason Tyrion found out was she was actually clutching her belly.
Yes.
And saying, and maybe I should leave. So it was that kind of motherly intuition. She was like sitting there, maybe we should think about the ones we care about and just leave. Covering her stomach in a protective manner. That's what Tyrion picked up on. So it wasn't like she came out like purposely said, "I'm gonna rub my belly and he'll think I'm pregnant." You know what I mean? Point. So I don't think she is lying about. I don't think she is manipulating him in any way in that sense.
But once she knows he's on to it,
yes,
she will use it because she knows.
Absolutely. So if she loses that child, if we do see that scene, or they just tell us about it, whether they show it or not. And she loses the child, she will absolutely let him continue believing that she is pregnant because he will try to protect her.
Joffrey, he loved her kids.
Absolutely. So that is going to be another Tyrion-Dany drama issue, which Dany's got to kind of understand that.
Got to.
So I think I don't think she would be like, look, you're just trying to protect your family. I think she would try to let Cersei live if she could and just imprison her. Or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it'll be a little bit of drama, I'm sure. Let's see. Lord Alistair. Welcome, Lord Alistair. I don't recognize the name, but thank you.
Welcome.
I always figured Littlefinger had Roz set up Bran's killing to happen while the Lannisters were still there, but Bran falling screwed up the timing. That's why Littlefinger brought Roz to King's Landing. Well, here's the thing, though. I don't think Roz was brought to. I don't know if she she left Winterfell to go to King's Landing because of the war and all that shit was starting, the War of the Five Kings.
Yeah.
So she didn't go because Littlefinger brought her there. She went there and essentially got a job there.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. So I don't think there was any connection between Littlefinger and Roz beforehand.
Okay.
She was just getting the hell out of Dodge because Rob was going off to war. She was going to lose business and all that good stuff. So she went to King's Landing thinking she could make some money. Ended up getting in bed with Littlefinger, figuratively, I guess, but working for him in that sense. And that's what I think that's what ended up happening. So interesting. Thank you for the question. Let's see here. Fractured, you're saying it's not like we would be able to join without becoming patrons and would be videos. Yeah, so I don't know. That's clear though, right? Fractured, that's clear about what we're talking about. Just to make sure. So this stream is not going to change. This will still be here, 10:30 every week. and then of course during the season. But we're just saying before this stream, maybe a 30-minute, 40-minute stream before this one will be a private Patreon stream. Now I will say if there are good questions from that, that would be like a separate video, because you get those good questions where you can kind of focus more on that. Yes, I could release that as a video essentially, so that would be certainly possible.
Yeah,
but it's just more of a Patreon reward level thing I've been talking about for a couple weeks.
And at the same time, it frees up this chat.
It frees up this chat. That's the key.
We really miss a lot of what's going on in there.
Yes,
going over there to the patrons questions. So, yeah.
Yeah, and Doc, we do want to do more midweek Q&As. It's just tough right now with scheduling and stuff, and I'm trying to figure out what to do on regular videos anyway, because nothing works, and I can't reach the people that are not seeing the feeds anymore. So it's so broken, and that's why everybody please follow me on social media, Twitter, Facebook, all that good stuff. I guess Instagram for that matter. All those links are in the description, because I can't reach people who have been unsubscribed. I can't reach people who are not seeing my stuff in their feeds to tell them you're not seeing stuff in their feeds. That's what's so frustrating, is I can't do anything to fix it. You know what I mean? And so it's so insane. I'm gonna have to go third party.
Doc's saying you could release that stream that's
midweek, possible.
So it'd be like a midweek Q&A.
Yeah, we could do that for sure. Yeah, because that would be basically essentially what we're having.
That's cool.
So yeah, we could do that for sure. It's just it would be later, otherwise there would be no point in being a private stream. So yeah, we could do that.
That's right.
Let's see here. Where are we at? Hello, Omar. Welcome. Omar Williams.
What's going on?
I saw a question a minute ago. Where'd it go? Yes, Gretchen, you're right. That's what I was seeing. Tyrion did notice that Cersei didn't drink wine too. That's absolutely a part of it. Absolutely, I didn't think about mentioning that, but yes,
that's right.
He was pouring wine and poured her a glass, and she didn't drink it, and that was the first thing that started to get him. Something's odd here. But then he noticed the hand over the belly, and like her considering leaving or whatever. So that's definitely what clued him into something's going on. Diane Harris, do you think that the wolves will show up? Arya will send Nymeria to protect and stay with Sansa because Lady died in Nymeria's place. I think that's a great idea. Gray brought that up when we did our collab video on I think it was the part on my channel where they had kind of flipped places because essentially Lady got killed for Nymeria.
Yeah.
So now you could see, I think she even went as far as saying that now you could say Sansa could actually die in Arya's place or something, like the person. But I could see something like that, Diane. So we did talk about that in the collab with Gray, and I think it's possible. I hope we see the wolves. I think we'll see them this season.
Omar had a question right up above that, right there.
Please and thank you, Omar. I'm kidding, Omar. Omar Williams, Q&A. Any chance Theon saves Yara and they both come back? I see us losing one in his attempt. Yes, I've been saying that for a while. I think we will see Yara saved and Theon, because here's the thing. Everybody can't go out in some great, honorable sacrifice.
That's right.
Everybody can't, but Theon has to completely get him back to Theon and being, that arc complete, that redemption arc. He will absolutely die saving Yara. You saw it in her eyes. She cried when he jumped off the ship. We were talking about that. We watched that last night.
It was just rolling through my head.
When he jumps off so weird. Why did they take that cut? Like they probably did that 15 times.
No, that looks so
Can't
terrible.
You just dive, man? He just all like legs sticking out straight. It looked like some LeBron James weird move. I don't know, but anyway, damn, what is this moth? Get out of here! A dragon flying by. Maybe it was green, so they probably didn't see it on the green screen. But yeah, so I think we will see. I think we will definitely see Theon probably go out saving Yara. I'm hoping, and hopefully her tongue is not cut out. Hopefully she's not mute, but she could be.
So.
Could you imagine her? She will be the queen of the Iron Islands, but she's mute. So she's like,
gosh,
with her feather, with her quill.
Yes.
Telling people what to do. I mean, she can make noises.
Like I've said before, jokingly, but it's just terrible. It would be terrible for brother and sister to both lose their lady pleasers.
Oh God, yeah, that's true. Lady pleasers, I like that, huh? That's funny. Lala 42, that's a name I don't recognize. Lala 42, welcome.
Welcome.
If you just haven't been lurking before perhaps. Q&A, will the children of the forest return at the God's Eye? If so, will the Night King kill them? I think they have to. If it's not a show thing, for sure in the books. I mean, you still have the Order of the Green Men there. It's in the first couple chapters. It's mentioned. We did this. We go through all this book evidence in part 5, and that link is right there in the top of every description. How Game of Thrones ends. As far as the Isle of Faces and the God's Eye, there has to be children there,
and he will try to kill them.
And he will absolutely try to kill them. There's no doubt. So there are children left. Now the show, again, could go a different route. They acted like Leaf was the last one.
They sure did.
They could do a different thing. They may not do the God's Eye thing at all. Who knows? They could reduce it down to one tree. Maybe Winterfell special there in the show, just because it was a cheaper way to do it.
Yeah.
But so the children could be gone in the show, but the Order of the Green Men are absolutely there in the book, so they are there, and they will try to kill them. That's Jake. That's true. That will be some punishment for getting her tongue cut out, being a muncher, carpet muncher. Let's see. Theodore, King in the South, King in the North, North Carolina, right here. Yeah, she could do that, Diane. Diane's saying sign language to give Theon one gesture before he dies. That would be cool if they invented the finger. Like this, the first time she just throws up a finger and that becomes a thing that means fuck you. You know, that'll be funny. Let's see.
Davos would think she's taunting him.
That's right. He loves to hold up his Stannis. Stannis is justice. Yeah, he loves to do that. I hate he lost his finger bones.
I know.
He needs those for good luck. Let's see here. Alyssa James, lady pleaser. It is. It's just, I mean, that's its main use, right?
It is in her world.
It's not for doing live streams and talking on YouTube. That's all I'm just saying. Anyway, let's see.
Rumor has it.
Yeah. You know them Southern boys. Joaquin, thank you, Joaquin. Kilpatrick, do you think Cersei is going to see the Night King eye to eye? Oh, man, I don't know. I would like that, man. I've said that before. I think, she's got to die via Jaime. I still think that needs to happen. Now, they don't have to do that in the show. You got to remember that, though. The show can still not do the Valonqar stuff, and you can have anybody kill her. But I said before, she could live, in a sense, undead and become queen, just not what she thought, if you have this Night Queen idea going on.
Right.
But it's not that he's after her. It can't be that he's after Cersei Lannister of all people.
Yep.
So I would love for her to go out that way, you know what I mean, and see him face to face, like she saw the White face to face, and she still don't give a fuck.
That's true.
She still wants to just kill everybody, burn them all type thing mentality as far as people, not the werewoods or the Whites. The Mad Queen. So I would love to see her queen in that sense.
Earlier when you said something about Dany imprisoning her or something for Tyrion's sake, letting her live,
Yeah.
I was thinking, we've already seen her in prison. We've seen the
Well,
Walk
for
of
the
Shame.
kid's sake more than Tyrion's, but yes.
But,
if she believes that she's
because she knows that, like if she died as, some, I don't know, just on the side, she wouldn't directly want to kill her, burn her alive with Tyrion right there.
Yes.
I think she would respect him that much. But what I was thinking was, since we've already seen her in prison and we've already seen the Walk of Shame and everything, it's like, that's not going to be good enough for us as show watchers as an ending, her being in prison.
Yeah,
I think
right.
she does need something like you're talking about with the Night King.
I agree.
Or Jaime killing her or something. She's
I think
get something really horrible.
I think we need to see her die, but yeah, I mean, even if it don't have to be the Night Queen thing.
No, it doesn't.
It could just be the Night King killing her.
Exactly. They just see her face to face,
choking her out,
her trying to charm him, or however it works.
Yeah, like she was going to do Stannis' horse. But yeah, Let's see. Alex Contis, welcome to the chat for the first time. He says it's first time in the chat. So everybody welcome Alex.
Welcome, Alex.
Appreciate you stopping by and hanging out. Says, love this channel, South Carolina in the house. South Cac in the house.
What is happening? Welcome,
Alex. Let's see here. Thank you to, wait a minute. Where am I at? Wait a minute. Okay, here we go. Thank you, Jessica Del Rosario, for subscribing. Thank you, Roxana Rojas, for subscribing. And let's see, I think we got a super chat. House Velasquez. Thank you, House Velasquez, but I don't see a question there, so I don't know if you meant to have a question. But thank you so much for the super chat. If you did. Oh, that was the second one.
Yeah.
So
not sure.
I don't want you to do another super chat. I'm not saying to, but just for future reference, if you're not seeing that, there's a line right above where you slide the amount to type in your question. I know a lot of people miss that. It's kind of hard to see. I'm not sure if you're on the computer. It's just like a line right above where you do the slider thingy.
Yeah.
So if you have a question, please try to type in the chat, and a moderator will grab that if you don't mind.
Thank you very much.
But thank you either way. Yes, Doc Holiday, I'm in the wrong line of work. I've decided, announcement really quick, I'm canceling the Smokescreen YouTube channel. I'm going to be I'm going to be a gigolo starting Monday. That's what I wanted to get everybody here for. While we have 245 people watching, Smokescreen will end next week. I'm going to delete the channel and become
Stroke screen.
Stroke screen, exactly. Man, how did you know? How did you know? We're doing that next Monday. I'm going into the gigolo line of work. YouTube is not working out. It's not growing. I can't. No matter what videos I do, it don't get seen. So I'm changing jobs.
Yeah, you hear him thanking these people for subscribing.
Yes.
After this is over, we'll check, and he'll have lost 12.
I promise you right now. I know there have been at least during this stream. I can look right here and just give you an idea. And I know everybody don't want to hear about YouTube problems, but we've had in the last, let's say, 3 hours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we've had 8 subscribers in 3 hours. All right. That's what we see typically every week about something like that during the stream. I guarantee you when I go look at the numbers, though, on Social Blade, I'm at a negative probably 2 or 3 net.
Yep.
So that means there's 10 or 12 missing, disappeared, dropped off as soon as I started the stream. Now, I don't know if that's people actually. It can't be. I mean, it may be in some cases, but you can't tell me that at midnight.
Some of them are real, but
yes, you can't tell me that at midnight 10 people decide to leave all at once. They're all on the phone like, hey, at midnight, click unsubscribe on Smokescreen. Fuck that old dude.
Flush all the urinals at the same time in the school.
Exactly. So yes, thank you everybody for subscribing. That's why we keep asking every week, because everything's doing this now. I mean, it's just kind of flatlining, and there's nothing I can do to change it. I can't. The problem is I can't. That's what's so frustrating. I cannot reach the people who don't know. Like, what am I supposed to do? You know what I mean? K-Dubs, yes. We are experiencing shrinkage. Exactly. I need some fermented crab, Alyssa Banks. Fermented crab.
Yes, you do.
That's what I'll use starting Monday when I start my gigolo business, Stroke Screen. Stroke Screen is coming to a city near you. Jesus Christ. How do we get on this shit? I'm sorry, people. I know there's people here going, what the fuck are they talking about?
The regulars are expecting it.
Oh,
At some point, we go off the rails.
Yeah, we do. This is welcome new people. This is what happens. This is how drinking games get started. And all that kind of stuff on this channel. So anyway, Stroke Screen and Rid Dick. Damn, oh shit. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Kevin. I will not get repeat customers, I'm sure. But I got to try something on the side. Stroke Screen shirts are coming.
Oh,
shit. Hey, we might do it, man. I need some new shirts. That's true. I said it. Look, I'm writing that down.
Yeah.
New shirts.
Yes.
On the what's that site called? What's my site? I don't even remember.
Stroke Screen and Dust on the Bone.
Oh shit! There you go. We got perfect names. No, Teespring. The Teespring store needs new designs. So yes, because I haven't sold a shirt there in probably 3 months, maybe 1 or 2. Here we go with the sex boys. Terry T. Oh, shit. Okay. So we... Ashley Marie, Q&A, do you think Winterfell will still stand in the end or be rebuilt? It will be rebuilt, but it will go down.
Yeah,
there will be like an epilogue scene, I think, whether that's a whole episode or half of it being rebuilt. They'll at least show some of that being happening. So, yeah, I think it will go down and be rebuilt. All right, so let's take a stretcher and do another. Are you good?
Yeah.
You good for that? So let's take a stretcher and we'll do another another 15, 20 minutes or so, something like that.
Cool.
If you're good with
Sounds
that.
good, yeah.
If everybody's still wanting to hang out, I'm assuming. We still got 240-something people.
Yep.
I know something's going on with the internet. Hopefully that's straightened out, so hopefully we're good. Yes. No, Kyle Dubs. Not in that sense. We're not. We're just roommates, man. Come on.
You
dude.
did hear him wonder if we could take a boat over there to do the GOT tour.
Oh, damn, man. Come on, man.
I've been thinking about that the whole time.
You have. Oh, outstanding. Okay, we're going to take a break. We're going to take a break right now. I'm going to go visit the restroom, and James is going to go suck on the protopipe.
For the sex, boys.
Anyway, yes. Give us a couple minutes. Let me go use the little boys' room, and we'll be right back.
Restore your dead to life, but perhaps I can give you justice in the name of our king. you justice. Cannot give you back your homes or restore your dead to life, but perhaps I can give you justice in the name of our king.
Okay, all right, we're back.
We're
back. Why does that look like shit on YouTube?
Wow.
It's just probably just
so they
me.
were right about the blurry.
Hopefully that's just me. Really quick. Thank you, K Dubs. I think let me try to grab it right here. Actually, I have the question from House Veliquez. Thank you for the super chat. This is what he was trying to type. Q&A, do you think Ghost and one of the dragons will have a stare down next season? That would be freaking outstanding.
Yes, it
I
would.
want to see Ghost meet Drogon and Rhaegal or whatever. So I hope so. I hope so, House Veliquez. I want to see that. I want to see them meet and, like, I don't know. Ghost wouldn't back. I don't know. Would they back down from a big ass dragon?
God dang.
Would he try? I don't know. I don't know if they
take out the fire, and I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I hope so. I hope they meet. I think they will. I think a lot of people, you know, they did. Dan and Dave do some fan service. Such a fucking child. Dave and Dan and Dave do some fan service. So yes, I would like to see that. I hope they meet. John Haymaker. Ghost will hump Drogon's leg. That would be funny.
Hilarious.
Yes, hashtag free Ghost. Look, this dragon's on the screen. YB negative, sniff each other's butts. Could you see that? I could see that.
Yeah, I could see that.
I mean, Drogon could reach around to do that, so he could probably make it. So they could probably do that. That would be funny. 3D Designer Q&A for both of you guys. If HBO offered you guys a part just to be extras in the background, what would you do about your hat, and would you take it off? Hell yes. Hell yeah. Because I'd have a wig. I'd probably have long hair. I mean, I got hair, but I mean, they'd probably put a longer wig on me.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, no, I would absolutely take it off. Or I could say, look, I got this thing on my channel, right, where I have to wear this hat to 100K because they started it. Remember, y'all started this shit. So give me one of those, like some kind of weird, like a Stark helmet, or I'd hate
show you in the background with it backwards.
Yes, exactly. Like just sneak it in there. Even one of those ugly ass Frey hats. I hate those damn things.
I do too.
You can't tell if it's backwards, but something would be cool like that. Jake from State Farm. I'm not hiding anything. Actually, y'all are. Y'all started this shit, not me. So here, I'll take it off. No, I'm kidding. That was the deal. That was the deal, man. That was the deal. 100K. But we got to figure out how to get there. 38K to go, I think it is, right?
That's it.
Something like that. The grind is real.
To be honest with you, I actually thought by the end of last season.
Oh, we both did, especially after live trending and then trending on the first episode live stream. But that's the problem. A live stream video that was 2.5 hours long was the video that was trending instead of a 5-minute theory video.
Yep.
So, yes, that was a little disappointing, honestly. I mean, you know, but I enjoyed every minute of last season. The live streams were awesome.
Unbelievable. This season, we're going to crush them.
But hopefully they announce something about the prequel before this season ends, because otherwise the channel just dies. Because here's the thing. I know a lot of you, too. I want to say this really quick, too. I used to do Westworld videos, and I did this season. Season 1 recap, remember, before the season started, and then episode 3, I think it was, the review. But Fox has now demonetized every single Westworld video manually.
Yeah, that is crazy.
So
guys.
I can't do them because what could happen is, first off, I won't make any money, which is I have to make money on it, honestly. But it's not even that as big as they could copyright strike you. I mean, they copyright it right now and they take all the money. So I'm doing work for them, and I can't. I just don't. I don't do that. It pisses me off. I'm promoting their shows.
Yes.
HBO has been awesome about this stuff over the last 3 years. Very few times have HBO got involved and like copywritten a video or put a tag on it. Not a strike, but it could lead to channel strikes is what I'm saying if you repeatedly do it. But somebody's manually going through and doing these Westworld videos that are clearly fair use. So I haven't done any more Westworld videos, honestly, because they're pissing me off.
Right.
And I hate that because I want to talk about I'm not loving it as much this year as I was last year for sure, but I still like it.
Yeah.
Still watch it, and so I want to talk about it. But man, it's insane. I can't even put a video up. So I'm sure other people are having issues with that as well.
Yeah, I mean, you promoting them, it doesn't make any sense, and then they manually strike it.
Yeah, it's insane. There's somebody sitting down manually doing it 3 days later, 4 days, whatever. Bruce Monroe, welcome, Bruce. I don't recognize the name. Thank you for the super chat.
Much.
Appreciate that. Stroke Screen, I think you'd be a big hit, but keep this channel going. I will, man. I won't do it, man. I was considering it though for about a couple seconds because of YouTube shit. So it's insane. Yeah, it sucks. Ziner, it does. It's crazy. Sean G, how's the novel coming along? I guess good in the sense of writing a book. I worked on it a little bit a couple days ago. It's slow going. I can definitely appreciate writers who take their time, and I'm brand new at it. I mean, I've written some stuff in the past, but nothing like I'm planning on doing a novel type thing.
So blurry.
I don't know. Hopefully it should. Let me refresh this. It might just be us, because this is all good over here, I think.
The Haynes man had a long questionnaire, but a lot of it you covered about Westworld. But that top part.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, the Haynesman here. Q&A, how would you rate/rank the seasons of GOT? How do you feel about Westworld lately? So, yeah, I guess they're doing a live show after the Westworld finale. Yeah, I mean, we could do live stuff, and we did the first episode, actually. The live stream after that was a Westworld live stream, and it was kind of both. Mm-hmm. But I labeled it a Westworld live stream. Yeah. So that would be fine because there's no screenshots in a live stream. So I wouldn't mind that. The problem is everybody else hated it. So it's like one of those damn if you do, damn if you don't things.
Right.
But I'm like I said, I'm liking Westworld, but I'm not loving it. Like, you know what I mean? They're almost going. The last couple episodes have been like they're going to a whole new level to try to keep it more complicated than it really needs to be, I think. But I have not seen tonight's episode. Now I did really love a couple episodes too, though. So I do like it. And I want to talk about it, but I have to consider if I can even do videos on it. If I can't even show a screenshot,
right?
And and it moves. It's not like and do a review. Then there's no point.
Yep.
So it's just one of those kind of balancing act things. But as far as the seasons of Game of Thrones,
yeah, I couldn't go through and rank them all, but I'll just say for me, I can't beat season 1. Just getting all the characters and places introduced to you.
Yeah.
They did such a great job at hooking people early.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't necessarily go through all of them. I will say this, though, from a book standpoint, because there's always going to be that aspect, right? Mm-hmm. The first 3 or 4 are pretty damn spot on. They skip some stuff, obviously, for time. But, so I love the first few seasons as far as the books. Being on the straight and narrow as far as following the books. Visually, though, it's almost backwards.
I would agree with that.
It's almost exact opposite because 7 through 1, it got better and better and better visually. And I'm telling you, this is why I want to interview some people, like not just actors, obviously, if I could ever pull that off, but like costume designers and stuff, and those because in the music, mm-hmm. I mean, he does such a great job. They're so detailed.
Yeah, they are.
I was just telling him I saw a post somewhere, and I can't remember where it was. It might have been on Instagram or something random. But if you remember, I talked about this in the foreshadowing series when Bran has the fish brooch, and he's digging into the table because he's bored with Maester Luwin. Well, then that same brooch, Sansa's got it on her wedding dress, and crazy. 4 seasons later. So the detail is so cool, and it's what makes this show visually stunning.
I'd be willing to bet, take the books out of the equation. If this was only a show that had no book history to it, it would still be gigantic. It would have just took maybe a little longer to get the ball rolling, word of mouth to get out and everything.
The show is what made the books more popular.
Yeah.
So I totally agree. It would have still been the biggest show ever, I think, because it's got that's what I love about low fantasy and all that. It's the perfect mixture. It's mainly political intrigue and blah, blah, blah,
Yes,
but
it
it's
is.
got that touch of magic, and it's not overbearing, you know,
is
and stuff
not.
like that. So, Randy Suimatsu, thank you for the
Thank
super
you,
chat,
Randy.
Randy. Do a Cobra Kai season 1, please. YouTube can't screw that. I thought about it, and I may do it. I was wondering if it was too late, though, but I said it before.
Yeah, you have.
I didn't. I may just go doing maybe a 5-minute video for each episode.
I think that would be very smart.
I think
dude.
I need to try that and see what YouTube does with that, since it's YouTube Red. You know, just out of curiosity, even just to see. But Cobra Kai is awesome. If people just watch the original Karate Kid, the first one's all you need. It's really a great show. So yeah, I may try that. I may actually try that just to see. I mean, it can't do any worse than views right now. You know what I mean? So
Right.
maybe they even help promote it because it's YouTube Red.
That's right.
You never know. Because I could put YouTube keywords in there or something, whatever, with the metadata. Who knows? Who knows? I'm just wondering, you know, this is frustrating. I'll stop bitching about YouTube. I'm frustrated all the time because it's your channel's supposed to do this, you know, and it did this. You know, and then it don't make any sense. It's supposed to snowball at some point. So anyway, let's see here what we got.
Dude, maybe up here is where I was introduced. And then it's...
Oh, it could be, man. I don't...
Shit.
Let me go look at the analytics.
Yeah, I know, man. That sucks.
I don't know. Yeah, I may have to fire your ass. I have to go
I'm
check.
in the back holding the light.
Check the analytics. I'm gonna check that for sure. No, I'm kidding. No, it's I can tell you exactly when it happened. September of 2017. No, was it 16? When they changed the algorithm.
Right.
Yeah, it was September or whatever. Yeah, that completely screwed everything up. Let's see. Ricky Garrod on Patreon. Thank you, Ricky. Fake spoilers. This is fake spoilers. Hashtag, guys. Dany flies to King's Landing and she lands Cersei, gets squished by the dragon's foot. That would be
Wizard
funny,
of Oz.
actually. Yes. You see her feet sticking out.
That'd be funny as hell.
Little curled shoes and shit.
And Danny's over there. Where is that bitch?
No, here
Cersei's
let me
under
give
the
you,
foot.
I'll seriously give you an actual prediction based off Cersei. We were talking about her death earlier and potentials, but here's what I think is going to happen based off Ice and Fire history.
Okay.
Queen Alysanne, Targaryen queen, Dance of the Dragons, I won't get into all that, but she got eaten by a dragon in the end.
Oh, shit.
I think Cersei gets eaten by a dragon. Straight
I'll
up
be damned.
eaten. So just saying,
I'm writing that
it's
down.
kind of a repeat, you know, little repeat of history, different situation, different circumstances. Cersei gets eaten by a dragon. I'm not saying I'm original to that. It
I'm
just
not
popped
saying
in my
you are
head.
either.
I may have heard that a year ago somewhere. Who knows? I'm just saying it just came in. It just popped in my head when he said that about the dragon's foot. So that would be funny though, actually. Let's see. Ricky again on Patreon. Thank you, Ricky. Congrats on being the first proto stroke where winter is coming and then winter fail.
Oh, shit.
Damn, thank you, Ricky.
Proto
yes,
stroke.
thank you. Doc Holiday on Patreon. Chris, instead of screenshots, let's see some more of your drawing talents, like in the cave drawing video. Okay. For a minute, I thought, you know, like, have I shown actual artwork before?
You haven't.
Okay.
But I remember you made fun of your own drawings on the cave drawing video.
Did I do drawings?
Yeah, you put some things up that you drew.
Oh yes, that's right. I made it shitty on purpose. I
did.
told you that.
You made
Yes,
fun
I
of it.
actually used paint.
Yep.
Yeah, I completely. Yes, absolutely, Doc. I forgot I wanted to make fun of that. Yes, I need to do. That's what I could do. Instead of screenshots, I could use paint, just old school paint.
Yeah, he actually can draw.
I really can't. That's why I was questioning for a second. Like, have I ever shown anything? But yes, I forgot it. I was like telling James when that shit came out. I said I'm gonna do a special video, not just a review, but on those drawings. And it was he flashed it. He flashed a map. That's not a good drawing or anything. That's just a map.
That was a fast, awesome fucking drawing.
Anyway, but yes, I did purposely say I'm gonna do that like really shitty in paint, like old school paint. So yeah, I'll do that. Doc, I may start doing that. Michael Smith needs to be Rhaegal, little brother. It was Rhaenyra. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes, exactly. I'm sorry. Yes, you get the drift, though. You get the drift. I think it would fit. I think it would fit nicely with a little repeat of history, though. Blazing Fury, hashtag Chris Van Gogh.
That's funny as hell.
No, one day, I'll tell you what, though, guys. I will actually, I thought about it earlier, actually, with Blaze Manga and his artwork. I'll go to my mom's in the attic. And I can't go to the attic anymore. She lives at the beach. I'll find no. She moved it to my aunt's house. It's still there.
Cool.
In her attic. I have an old. It's a big ass envelope folder of drawings. I'll bring some stuff and show it on stream one day or something. Old stuff, and I got some new shit somewhere or newer stuff probably on sketch pads. But I haven't drawn in a long time. I don't have time for anything. Maybe I'll show off some actual artwork at some point. And James can draw a little bit too. Now don't let him fool you.
Decent.
Game of Bones. There you go. There's already a Game of Bones. John Haymaker is porn. It really is. And the only reason I know that is because Alt Shift X covered it. Is a April Fool's video.
Oh hell, that's cool.
So yes, Stroke Screens Addict. There you go. That's the new channel name. Jesus Christ. I don't have an attic. I do have an attic, but you can't get in this house. Remember, I live in a saltines box. It literally says saltines on the side of the house. So there's like a hole in this closet back here. That's it. I can't even look up in it. I can't. You can't get up. Never mind. Just forget it. So anyway, let's just go back to this shit. Where are we at here? Let me check.
Count Ripula. Knight must be getting on the Count Ripula because now talking nice.
Oh, okay. There you go. Yeah, just soothe him a little. Just butter him up there, Count. That'll do it for sure. Let's see. I think we're good there. Just want to make sure. All right. John Haymaker. Now here's I'll be honest, John Haymaker. Ever watch Shay's porn?
No.
You hadn't?
No. Let me write this down.
He's gonna take an actual note. I will say this: when I heard that, because I told him, I think when he first got into
totally
it,
forgot about it.
When you first got into
totally forgot.
We were talking about Game of Thrones, and I told you that Shay and a few of those other girls were porn stars at some point.
Yep, totally forgot about that.
And so yeah, Alex, that was Game of Bones, exactly. I think it was one of his April Fool's videos. Yeah, Sean G. So her and I'm not sure the other. I don't know about Roz. I'm not sure about Roz, but I know no, not now. Blazing Fury. She does. No, it's not current. It's not current. It's old. But yes, she was in that line of work, and a few of those other brothel girls, I believe.
Jake from Slater's Farm says
post a link. I don't have a link, man. Let's see.
Game of Thrones.
It was just a few. Rhaegar Ruby. It was just a few of the girls who wasn't afraid to do those scenes to make it realistic. Is all it was. But no, that's where they were older. They did that back in the past, but they're legitimate actresses now. Not that they're illegitimate. You know what I'm saying? In actual shows.
Have you ever seen the Brown Bunny? It's got what's her name in there? She really does a scene in that. It's like
I have not
X-rated.
seen the Brown Bunny.
Yeah, I can't think of her name right now.
That sounded like some odd porn, anyways. Let's see here. The Haynes man Q&A. How many Dunk and Egg stories did Germ say he wants to do besides the She Wolves of Winterfell, which sounds epic? I agree. Which others might these stories cover? Egg made King, Summerhall. It could. I would like to see Summerhall. He said he wants to write a lot more of Dunk and Egg stuff. He's got plans for all this shit, but I mean, let's be honest. I don't know how much he's going to get out if he's got to focus on wins. We'll finish that and then Dream of Spring. So yeah, I think he said. I don't know if there was a number on it. For some reason 7's coming to mind, like 7 different stories. But so he already got 3 now in the whole Seven Kingdoms book. So I don't know if I could be completely wrong on that, but he wanted to write a lot more stuff in that world, which is why they didn't want to do a prequel based off Robert's Rebellion, because after all the books, you're going to know everything about Robert's Rebellion.
Chloe Sevigny. That's who's in Brown Bunny. Thank you, Matthew Hernandez.
Yeah, and Blazing Furious, your face when James asked about the Brown Bunny, because I thought he was. At first in my head, I was like, "Is he bringing up legitimate porn stuff here that I'm not aware of?" So I'm sure it was. All right, let's see here. I think we're good there. All right, let's see. We'll go another 6 minutes, 7 minutes. I think we'll do to 120. Is that right?
Yeah. But all this Dunkin' Egg talk got me thinking of a little something I could do on my channel. Maybe once in a while have a series called Drunken Egg.
Yeah, there you go.
Where I'd, get drunk and talk about Game of Thrones.
Yeah, you could. You could do it. Lisa, is that Lochenmeyer, I believe? Thank you, Lisa. I don't recognize that name, so welcome.
Yeah.
If I hadn't seen you before. I know a lot of people lurk and don't type, and that's fine. No, I don't want to. What is that? Windows pop-ups? Chris or James, can you tell me if Little Sam is going to be important or something needs to happen to him?
I think so. I think he's more important than Chris does, but he still thinks he's got a little importance.
I don't think so. I mean, I know that the White Walker came after him, because we talked about this before. He did come after him because he was a sacrifice or whatever. But all I'm saying is, like, yeah, if they see him, they'll want him because he was. Well, I don't know about now, because how old can he get? I mean, we don't know how that works. But it's not about.
Well, they're not chasing him through the wall.
Yes, exactly. That's all I mean.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't
think he's
in that sense. I don't think it's
he's
a
got
big role.
some kind of. There's something there because they're related. I just think, I don't know. Just have this gut feeling.
It could be. And maybe there will be some Melisandre. I think she's done with that, though. I was going to say maybe Melisandre want to sacrifice him or whatever, but I think she's done with that whole sacrifice thing.
Yeah, Donna, like that drunk history. I think that's hilarious to watch. So, I would start out, and it would, gradually just...
Rhaegar Ruby.
It's horrible.
Drunk and beg. That's my sex life. Jesus Christ. Oh, shit, that's funny. Let's see. Let's see. Hold on. The Haynesman, good point. Someone had before post a full live stream, but also cut 2 to 5 minute videos from it to show highlights or laughs or good Q&As. Could help use and generate much. Yeah, I still want to do that, Haynesman. I really do. It's just like I keep with this software, since it's kind of beta version, I can't record and at the same time, because usually it records as it streams locally. So I have to download it and then go through and cut it up. But I may do that for sure.
And you have done something similar.
I've done. Yeah. I have taken out some the older Q&As, the recorded ones. I've taken single
questions out.
So I need to do more of that for sure. And then I could just add some screenshots if need be, if there's any visual aids needed. Darth Whiffy, how do you think Robin will react to Littlefinger's death? I'm betting he'll burn Winterfell down, foreshadowing in season 4, episode 7, the Snow Castle scene between Robin and Sansa. Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. But the reason I think it was, I don't think it's okay. First part of the question, I think that he will. It depends on who. I think Royce will kind of straighten him out, like Jan Royce will try to straighten it if they bring him back.
Yeah.
First of all,
good point.
So I think Jan Royce will take care of him as far as, look, Littlefinger was trying to scheme on you. He killed your mom, and once he says that, he ain't gonna care, right? He's gonna be like, oh well, fuck him.
Right.
As far as taking care of little Robin. So, but I think the Snow, Winterfell being crushed by the big boots was kind of representative of Winterfell falling in this season.
Mm-hmm.
Snow is made out of snow, that type of thing. So that's a good catch, Darth Whiffy. I think they're kind of two separate things, or a different foreshadowing, kind of, sort of mean. Lord Dom Snow, what's up, man? Sweet Robin ain't go bust a grape. Yeah, he's not my favorite.
Yeah,
by any means. Him and Catelyn need to go bowling together.
Yeah, Neil Polite says he'll probably be upset that he didn't make the bad man fly.
Yeah, that is that is true. That's true. But yeah, he's kind of grown up a little bit, but he's still.
Read Paul McDermott.
That's Paul McDermott, Chris Tucker to voice the Night King. Winifred, you just got knocked the fuck out. That's funny, Paul McDermott. That would be hilarious. I mean, I would hate it, but I would love it. You know, I would laugh for a minute and be like, really? They screwed up the Night King, but he really put that in there.
And then he stops and looks.
Yeah, that would be funny for a second, at least. ER, will there be Krakens? I don't think so. I mean, books maybe Euron has some kind of magical shit with his sorcery.
I think I asked you that a long time ago.
You did, and we got it one last week about it. Will Euron summon a Kraken?
Yep.
So I don't think the show will do Krakens. I mean, the books maybe, because Euron seems to be a kind of a half-assed sorcerer. He wants to be a god. I think we talked about last week too with Euron. He was likely contacted by Bloodraven before Bran when he was a child, because he mentions having dreams of stuff that's very similar to Bran, where he was flying, and Bran was told to fly or die, and he flew and that's how he got recruited. So there's more stuff going on with Euron, of course, in the book. So I think that's a possibility, but I don't think in the show.
Well, I'll tell you,
they've taken out too much Euron stuff in the show.
We've been rewatching some of the last season, and just seeing the silence come through the darkness and the smoke.
It's badass.
It is, man. That big Kraken on the sail, man.
Yeah, but they could have at least. I mean, it looked better. The Kraken sigil of Greyjoy looks better in the show, but they should have done Crow's Eye and the one eye thing and the eye. Just put an eye patch on him. Just make him similar.
I see.
That was all I had an issue with. And then, but I liked him a lot better in 7 than I did 6. I liked him a lot better as far as a Euron. Blazing Fury, show isn't going to go far-fetched on anything way out there, unless it's big-ass dragon chains. Exactly.
Boy, that got everybody.
I'm telling you, I know. And look, that was one of the first times where I really ranted hard on the show. And because I mean, I gotta be honest, it's just insane to me. Who swam down there and put the damn chains around his neck? But I know a lot of people say, well, if he would have, if he would have slid and just kind of landed in the snow with no lake there, then one of the other dragons would have burned him, so he couldn't resurrect him. But would they know? Would they know to do that? I don't necessarily think so. Would Danny have said, shit, burn him because he could resurrect him? Would Jon say? They wouldn't know that necessarily. So I don't know. Stephen Hart, what's up, man? I haven't seen you in a while.
What's going on?
Holla Smoking James, what's up, homies? About to go watch Westworld. Same here. I have not seen it tonight yet. Fur is super hard to CGI, unfortunately, Kevin says. Apparently. But they don't really have to CGI Fur. They just got to make him bigger, and then however they do the thing with the angles. Let's see. All right, let's grab a couple more. We'll get out of here. Sorry, 120. Why be negative? I done created a monster.
Yes, you have.
We're still here? Okay,
Maybe
I think we're still
back.
here. We might have dropped for a second. I think we're back. Hold on. Let's give him a second. Okay, it's showing we're live. Good? We're good? Damn. That looks like a octopus with a pacifier. Man polite is what that looks like. I'm not sure why it has a pacifier in his mouth. Okay, so let's grab a couple more Danny titles and Chris Tucker voice. Please, kind sir. Danny titles? All her titles? Oh shit. I couldn't even remember all those. If I had a list, I'd try. Damn. That'd be fun. Maybe that's a separate video. That's what I got to start doing. I just got to start doing comedy shit or something.
Do it, man.
Maybe. We talked about doing some scenes, some skit scenes.
We have, man.
We really need to do that. Let's see. Let me not kick that again.
And you do voices pretty good. I can't.
Oh man, I used to do a lot. I'm horrible now. I used to do it because I told you Jones from Police Academy when I was a kid.
Oh, that's right.
Freaking love Jones. I started doing sound effects. I tried sound effects, and I had.
You do like a good water dripping.
Yeah,
sound.
I had a few effects and some voices back in the day, but Anyway, I keep seeing that dragon flying over there in the corner of my eye. All right, let's grab one or two more. We'll get out of here. Let everybody go to sleep. Everybody's got to work and shit. Yeah, Lisa, Southern drawl for sure. And let me just say that dawn is the sword of the morning.
Fractured said she saw Michael Winslow live. That'd be cool.
Ah, really? Yeah, I tell you what, that was really cool when he did Led Zeppelin with Homeboy.
Dude,
that was,
it was
awesome.
Man.
That was outstanding. So I still like Jonesy. Let's see. Oh, Steven's been on vacation. I hear you. I need a long vacation. It's about time to go camping and trout fishing in the mountains. What's time to do when it cools off? All right, let's see. We'll grab one or two more. I'm trying to find some questions here. Let's see. Then we'll get. Let me double check everything while that's catching up the live stream. Our Q&A. Let me refresh that. Damn dragon. We got some bugs up in here, boy. Bad. All right.
We had a hell of a storm come through, man. Some cool lightning. Chris was trying to film it. I don't know if you.
Yeah, that was because it was lasting so long. I mean, it was like just staying out. Like, I was like, damn. And everything was orange. Let's see. Good night, Lisa. Good night. Thank you for hanging out. Oh, Nimpolite saw it. See, there is something flying by. I'm not just seeing a ghost. Is there something like that?
There was a Q&A right above that. Right there. 3
okay.
Designer.
Okay. 3 Designer Q&A. Do you think Danny or the other the dragons can stand with wildfire, or would they burn?
Can withstand.
Oh, withstand.
Yeah.
I got you. Yeah, I would think the dragons can. Because they can withstand dragon fire themselves. So I couldn't imagine wildfire. It would also be disappointing to me if wildfire was more powerful than dragon fire. You know what I mean? It is. I know it sticks to you, but I don't think it would hurt them. Now, Danny, I guess if she has one of her special moments,
I know
that she would be fine because fire is fire in that sense.
Yeah, it could take her hair off.
It did in the books, and that's what you got to remind people of a lot of times is she got burnt twice in the books. It happened when she rode Drogon the first time. She tamed him with a whip in the books in Daznak's pit. Her hair burned off, and Sir Barristan saw that, but she was not harmed. Except for her burns on her hands, which could have been from holding Drogon, kind of just like burns there because she had her hands wrapped up. And they showed that in the show, her hands wrapped up. But she did, now it's unclear exactly if it was full-on dragon flame or if it was the heat. But her hair caught on fire when she kind of ducked out of the way when he first started yelling at her before she tamed him. So I would think so, and I would be disappointed if wildfire could hurt a dragon. It wouldn't make much sense to me.
If Jorah could ever get out of the friend zone, he'd burn the shit out of her.
Yeah, Jorah, he is stuck forever, man. Yes, Napalm. It was based off Greek fire, Blazing Fury. I said something the other night. I was trying to tell you Greek fire. It is based off of.
You said what Blazing Fury said.
Yeah,
right?
Napalm. Yep, it basically exactly.
And that's a good description.
All right, let's see here. They're talking about Westworld. I don't want to get anything spoiled. I'm gonna go watch it, but let's see. Let's get one more in here, and then we'll get out of here. I should line up with 1:30 on the dot.
Did you see Jason McBride?
No.
In Super Chat?
Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, no, I didn't see that. Jason McBride, thank you for the Super Chat, but there is no question there. I don't know if you meant to have a question. If you did, Jason, please type that really quick and see if I can grab it from the regular chat. Or for mods, I don't know if everybody's left can grab it. I think Doc's still in here. Yes, Doc, I saw that. I saw that skit. That was pretty damn funny.
That was good, man.
That was funny.
Yes, it was.
And that's what we've been talking about, doing shit like that, man. We should have been doing that.
We really have.
Yeah, why be negative? That's why they didn't do it in the show. They could have done it to be more accurate, but then you got to think about it. She's bald, and then she's got the rest of the season she's growing her hair out. And I could see the issue with that. Just skip the part, you know what I mean, and not let her hair get burned off.
There's Jason's response.
She did go bald in the books. Jason, where
right there.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Jason. Appreciate that. I appreciate the super chat. Just make sure you didn't have a question.
Thanks so much, brother.
All right, K-Dubs, good night.
Good night, brother.
We're going to trying to find one more. We're getting out of here, too. But appreciate you hanging out. Appreciate the modding and all that good stuff. Here we go. Sherry McLean, Q&A. Now that Jon has come back from the dead, will he now have woken his Targaryen powers? I hope so. I don't know if that directly would be involved in that, but it could be, because it seems like, especially in the books, Bloodraven has an interest in Jon, obviously. With Mormont's Raven and all that stuff, kind of saying King and Snow, and kind of keeping an eye on him. And it makes me wonder if he needed him to die. Like, what was the point in the first place? So I don't think it necessarily would unlock that, because it should already have been there. So maybe just Dragon's will, just knowing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's hard to tell. But I don't, in that, it remains to be seen what power will he have as a both Stark and a Targaryen. Because he's got the dragon dreams, you got dragon bonding and all that stuff, so we got to see that. So it should be just a combination of both. Warging dragons, right?
Yeah,
that's what
right.
I would say, because he's a warg in the book. So everybody wants Bran to warg a dragon. I think it should be Jon. That makes more sense to me. Anyway, I'm sorry, you're laughing at something.
Stephen Hart says give Jorah a Dutch rudder.
Okay.
For you guys who don't know, that's where Jorah grabs his thing. She moves his arm up and down for him.
That is hilarious.
That is so funny. Okay, Jorah, let's get this over with.
Jesus. And we are going to end it right there, guys. Oh, Lord. Thank you so much, guys, for hanging out. Really appreciate it. Thank you, moderators, for all the stuff. Again, thank you, Mother of Dragon, Taryn for the quilt, Blaze Manga, Pedro and Simon, Carol Brown, Smokeahonis, Slope, really appreciate it. Doc Holiday, all that stuff for everything that I got back from Dallas, even though I wasn't there. I got it shipped to me, James did. So thank you guys so much. Appreciate all these super chats, all you guys on Patreon. And again, next week I'll post something on Patreon as far as the private stream beforehand if we go that route. And also I'm trying to, everybody answer, the executive producer people, answer the question about the time, so I can kind of put together for the one-on-one call, or the group call, you know, as far as the actual executive producer stuff. So I look forward to that and getting real feedback and talking about the future of the channel and all that good stuff. And we'll talk about Protocon and all that good stuff, and then kind of I'm trying to start getting people on here to interview as far as Game of Thrones people involved in the actual show production, whatever it means, whatever that means. So, and I was actually told you the other day, would it be, I don't know if it'd be good or horrible for this channel for me to go back and react to my old videos. I don't think I'm big enough for that yet. I don't think.
Well, I see what you're saying.
You might. I don't know. Do you have to be like a certain size to do that? I don't know.
I don't know if you have to be a certain size as much because you have a lot of videos.
350.
A lot of videos now,
crazy.
and you have come a long way. So I think it's just because the gap is so big in quality.
Yes,
it doesn't matter how big you are. It would be funny for you to
It may
revisit
be.
that.
So anyways, thank you all. Appreciate it. We'll figure something out. But this week, I don't know exactly what's happening. I'm trying to figure out something. I'm trying to think of a good theory or something. I think I might dig into Melisandre and like how she's actually going to damn end. So I think I may try that this week. So anyway, and back to the foreshadowing stuff too. I got notes for the next 3 I got to record. So
you hear that, honey? He's going to dig into you.
There we go. For anybody that don't know, she's still there. Anyway, so yes, thank you. We got 6 boys hashtags. We can't avoid it. Oh,
look at Sean G.
This one
at the very bottom.
Oh. Make it a yearly thing, then go back and cringe. And yes,
cringe at your cringe review.
Yeah,
videos.
There you go. Yeah, I could do that. So I'm sure I would. But yes, thank you so much, everybody. Appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you next week. I don't think there's anything going on, I think we're good. But yeah, I'll try to get out
Father's Day, but we'll still be around.
Oh, we have Father's Day next weekend.
I think.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because then my birthday will be the next day, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So we got a birthday weekend coming up. which probably means nothing. But
You
anyway,
know, Father's Day's the weekend after this coming one. So it'll
yeah, so that makes
this one and
yeah.
then-
So because
yeah.
it's the 17th, right? That's always
That's
the day
right.
before my birthday. I kind of get them both. So anyway, yeah, should be a normal week. Hopefully, I'll get a couple videos out, and just remember if you're subscribed still, and if people, the problem is I can't reach the other people who are not watching videos that don't see them in their own subscription feeds.
Right.
So I can't get views anymore. So we'll figure something out. But thank you all. Thank you. Appreciate you hanging out. Love you all. Thanks for watching.
Love you.
And we'll see you next time.